We are live. We are live.
Hello.
What
Good morning.
up?
Happy Sunday, Clout Route. Good morning. Get your coffee ready.
Hell yeah.
Big day. Huge day.
Huge. Some say the hugest of days.
Very big day. Not everyone likes Sundays. Okay, I happen to like them.
How do you like the idea that I heard Headbug, I think, say that she has you doing your Trump impression as her ringtone?
What?
You like that?
That has just made my day. That's great. It's funny. I didn't think it was that good of an impression, but as long as it keeps getting the feedback, I am enough of an attention whore to continue doing it for all of you. How about that? I like it a lot. I love you guys. And wow, I like these guys.
We love Kevin's impression here, okay? I got to start working on mine a little bit, okay? I like the hand motions and all that. I used to be much better at it.
I feel like I could play an accordion today with no training, just based on that.
I like that.
Good morning. We got Mel and Tarar up in here as well. Oh, getting ready for work. Sorry to hear that. On the Lord's Day, too.
Hash is here. Nice to see you, Hash.
Burst in the chat, by the way. Burst.
Bam, bam, bam. Pew, pew, pew. All right, folks. So today, as everybody finds their way to their seats with their coffee, okay, today we will be talking about a lot of things, they say. A lot of things, okay? We've got Lolcow live drama. Pew, 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 pew. Which, I mean, people seem to be into the Lolcow live drama, baby. People are loving the Lolcow Jerry Springer ripoff. I'm enjoying it. I'm here for it, Kevin.
They have found their niche, which is they're filling that void that the Jersey Shore left in all of our souls so many years ago.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, some Lolcow drama, lots of it actually. We also have some Hasan Piker new merch where he's cosplaying a little bit, and internet has just been eating that up. They love the Hasan cosplay. We'll look at a little bit of that.
I hope it's as good as the French maid outfit. That's all I can say.
Arguably, depends on what you're there for, you know. Depends on what you're there for, because some of the people like it when he does the whole, he like pits them out. He gets his pits out and pits them out. Some people enjoy that, and then other people like to laugh at him.
What is that, dude?
Hey, dude, you know, there's a section of the internet that's pro feet, pro pit, pro a lot of things. I don't understand it, but people love Hasan's pits, apparently.
Man, dude, that, you know, how could I be surprised at anything that happens on the internet in the year of our Lord 2025? Whew.
What a world we live in, Kevin. They say we live in a society. That's what they say.
I've heard that.
So Hasan news, some Hasan jokes here. That'll be fun. Harry Sisson. Kevin was asking me before the show, who's this? Which can't blame you there. You know, can't blame you there. We'll talk about this Harry Sisson, young chap here. He's a libbed up TikToker, and He's being accused of being a womanizer, Kevin. Have you ever had 11 different women on your roster? Have you ever said, I've got a roster?
No. I come from the mentality of, one girlfriend is more than enough work for a guy like me.
You're not even married, buddy.
I'm not even trying any of that. No, dude, absolutely not. Are you kidding me? Just, dude.
That's why I never get the whole Mormon thing either. Is like, you're telling me you got 3 different houses with 3 different ladies and their yards are connected in the back. And you think that has to be exhausting. You're going to go to work too to provide for that. You're fucked.
Dude, how do you go anywhere? You're just going to have home details and repairs to do, just one after the other forever. Just sounds like the worst existence possible to me. Like, that's a layer of hell, I imagine. Just why would you do it?
Do you think it'd be interesting to like have a day of the week with different women? You're like tonight you sleep in your bed at wife 3's house. Tomorrow is wife 4. The next day, wife 6. Then you have 1 the next day, 2 the next day, whatever.
So it's like my podcasting schedule. Is what you're
saying? You already do this.
In that case, I might be able to pull it off, come to think of it.
Harry Sisson is an anagram of Sir Horny Ass. That's not real, is it? Are you serious? Like, I can't break that. That's too much brain power for me to break that down there really quick. But holy shit.
Illuminati confirmed right there.
Got him.
They have that one. No choice but to reveal their methods to us all. Otherwise, the magic doesn't work. It's real.
I'll trust you. Okay, I'll trust you. Do you think it would be interesting? What did I say specifically? What was
all the wives? I think.
Oh, all the wives. Cool. I think it'd be interesting to have multiple wives, different beds each night. No. I mean, that's what I was getting at. Is like Kevin said it best. It's like what he says. One girlfriend is quite enough work, and for me, it's one wife is enough work for a lifetime. No, my wife is lovely. I mean, she doesn't call. I see the sad situation in my particular situation is she probably has to deal with a lot more than what I do.
Bro, you expect me to get this lucky 6 more times? Get the hell out of here. Yeah.
All right, so we'll quickly get into the Lolcow of it all. We got a lot of Lolcow clips to get through, especially if we want to get to any of that Sir Horny Ass shit in the back end of the episode. I wonder if he,
Ooh, phrasing. You do that one.
I was about to ask a perverted question. I'm glad you got me on that phrasing there before.
Yeah, save those for Snapchat because I hear they delete when you're done.
That is, I mean, honestly, the fact that these kids, it's funny because I was like listening to some of these fucking 23-year-olds go on about blah, 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 he victimized me, whatever. And they say all this. I've been talking to him, blah, 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 blah. And then we exchange Snapchat. And I was like, what? Okay, I'm old. And I know from being young at one point that when you do the Snapchat thing, when you move over to Snapchat, that there's a certain reason why you move over to Snapchat, right, Kevin? I mean, Crystalia thought that those messages go away. But, I mean, that's why, right? You go to Snapchat because it's like everything doesn't hang around anymore, right? Like, I don't know.
I can't provide too much insight into this without, But yes, I will say, I don't know that I've ever had any DMs on Snapchat that would...
Go on.
That would be posted anywhere else. Okay. Yeah. I feel like Snapchat is made for streaks and sneaky links. I feel like those are the only 2 things I have ever seen Snapchat used for. That and those pimple popping reels, those can be a little bit addictive. All right, I'm a sicko.
Is Keemstar still on Snapchat? Does he do like a Lolcow feed on Snapchat? Does he still get paid there?
Are they still doing Drama Alert there? You remember when he got that exclusive? One of those knuckleheads at Fat Camp, I heard this clip.
Oh God!
Where somebody said because Jordy and Keem were having a fight over who was smarter, and somebody, I think it was the pedophile. What's his name? I was going to say the big dude, but that doesn't help. Actually saying the pedophile doesn't really help either, does it? The one
with the hernia.
Yes, the legitimate,
that might not help either.
The legitimate pedophile. I know there's a couple on the fringe in that show, but the Mike behind a cam or whatever his name is said something along the lines of Keemstar makes $250,000 a month off of Snapchat, which I'm going to press X to doubt right away. But I do assume he's still getting paid to do some Drama Alert on Snapchat.
I do see this point coming up a lot, and we got a clip before we get into the Lolcow stuff. But I do see this, like, people are like, I can't believe you're platforming a pedophile or whatever when they're talking about Mike, kid behind the camera. Thank you, Babs. I can't believe that you guys are platforming a pedophile or whatever. It's like, wait. Hold up. Now I can't say anything about Wings, I think, but certainly Boogie and Keemstar both have constantly and consistently gotten the criticism about their young girlfriends. Okay. So I'm not surprised that because I'm pretty sure this kid behind the camera's specific situation was like he was dating her like before she turned 18. Okay, yes, right.
Three full years, Danny, before she turned 18.
Oh my God.
A little bit of time there, little bit of a stretch.
But having said all that, I'm not surprised that these guys are like, what? Oh, well, he didn't do anything that wrong. It was probably legal where he's from or whatever. I'm just not surprised by that at all. 17 and 20 are two different. I agree, Shadow.
That is correct.
I'm not saying that kid behind the camera certainly worse than anything Keemstar or Boogie are up to. Hats off to them for at least keeping it legal. But that's what I'm saying though. It's like funny to hear the criticism like, oh, I can't believe you would platform him. And it's like, well, the young lady thing doesn't really bug them that much.
Wings is on record as saying he thinks the age of consent should be 12 years old. So
oh my fucking God.
I mean, you're kidding me. They don't care.
Oh, holy shit.
I think his defense is just that it was a bad take from a long time ago. It's like, no, I changed.
So he's cool.
So maybe he's grown, but I don't know. We'll look at the tape later and you guys can tell me if you think Wings has grown up a little bit.
He's certainly moved on from all that, right? Okay. Before we get into the Lolcow stuff, I had to bring this up at the top. I didn't know where else to fit it, but this might be one of the me, and I'm wearing my shirt today. See this? Elon puppeting here. Look at this clip. Oh, we love Elon.
I love Leon. I love Tesla.
So you see here, Autism Capital shares this. When the autism hits.
Oh,
no. Check out Elon here, dude. What the dinner or something. What is he doing? He's got one pinky, okay, held out, and he's balancing a fucking spoon on there. I can't even do it with a fucking lighter.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like I said, I couldn't even do it with a lighter. So he is some kind of genius at engineering to balance spoons on his pinky.
Equally balanced as all things should be, right there. Remember, and then this was the part where Thanos he held the knife out on his finger, and it was good. Thanos, he's a utilitarian like Sam Cedar.
Yeah, you're right. I also like how in this clip it pans over to Trump, And he's like business as usual. He's over there, schmoozing somebody, fucking chatting with somebody, having a good old time, while Elon is fucking autism capital over here.
I guess, he does have the definition of fuck you money. So maybe he is just in his
absolutely.
own little world there.
I mean, that's the benefit of being the richest man in the world, is like, that's what I'm bored. Okay. That's what I'm doing at dinner. I'm balancing spoons on top of each other.
Oh yeah, dude. If it's a good thing I don't keep any pencils nearby. Otherwise I'd be twirling it the whole time. But then you guys would have to hear me cuss every few minutes when I drop it. I'm like, oh shit. Damn it.
There's more to this though. Okay. Clearly, people were entranced by Elon's masterful balance here. Okay. Look at this. Now he's got an audience.
Oh, no. Look what I can do.
What the hell are you doing?
The guy recording says, Elon, what the hell are you doing?
Ooh, drinking that Diet Coke out of a straw, I see. Very effeminate.
Oh, fancy. Yeah, he's got the straws.
We don't
I'm
like
so
straws.
glad the plastic straws are back. Okay, I can't stand those paper straws.
How do you drink out of a straw without instantly doing a blue steel? Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ, though. Seriously. And this lady's like hoping that she's like, if I go over here and tell him he's doing a good job balancing these forks, he's either going to A, fill me up with a baby, or B, give me a job at Tesla. So let's see if I can go over here and butter him up a little bit.
Then there's the poor security guard standing behind. First of all, who needs to come home, brother? It's time to come home.
Oh, absolutely, bro.
I can see that shine off your dome as if you've already come home.
He's got a crop circle.
Yeah. I can hear the Simon and Garfunkel through the screen, Danny. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
They don't get it, Kevin.
I'm watching Elon play again.
Oh, goodness gracious. What did Hash say up here? This is a big one here. Just unlocked an old memory. 18 plus university accounts where people would just submit videos of them fucking and getting drunk and flashing tits. Those people were missing out big on. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, the whole OnlyFans thing was like Girls Gone Wild or whatever, and it was on real late at night. They'd try to sell you the DVDs. I can remember this.
Dude, yes. I
can remember the music.
Fall asleep with the TV on. You wake up at 4 a.m. to just these college girls like you've never seen them before.
Yeah, it's got some kind of fucky music to
Fuck
it.
you, Dad.
Shouts out to anyone that actually called in a number or fucking I don't know if you bought those from our website or it was an infomercial with a number, right? Back in the day, I'm pretty sure. Shouts out to anybody that called that number and got themselves some fucking balls gone wild on DVD. The only thing I can remember distinctly about Girls Gone Wild, this is a memory unlock, like Hash said. I can't remember if they were like doing construction or something at my buddy's house. Okay. They're like remodeling the bathroom. And this is like when we were in high school. Okay. So they're remodeling his bathroom and they're like, take down the mirror that's up in the bathroom against the wall. And they found a bunch of Girls Gone Wild DVDs. And it's because when we were significantly younger, this was like early middle school, probably, we were like, there was an older neighborhood guy, like a teenager, high school or whatever, that like knew we were degenerate little kids fucking around the neighborhood all the time. So he sold us like bootleg Girls Gone Wild DVDs. And we couldn't keep them in like the regular DVD file thing, like the flip file, because, you don't want mom accidentally getting a hold of the, Girls Gone Wild 3 or whatever. So I guess my buddy's idea for hiding them away was stashing them behind the mirror in the bathroom. I don't know why. I have no idea the reasoning behind that, but then they broke it down and they were like, what the fuck are all these DVDs back?
So you mean he never thought to just buy a couple of National Geographic DVDs and then put the real treasure behind it? You know, you can put 2 CDs in a case. Not that I would know anything about any of this stuff, but Danny, I had to hide my rap CDs from my very oppressive parents. So I know a thing or two about this.
Yeah, this is small town Ohio education. So, I mean, the thought didn't go very far. It was like, oh, we can hide him behind the mirror. And then, like, clearly he just put him back there and then never got him again. He just left him back there. We paid like $20 for fucking Girls Gone Wild DVDs that we like watched one time. He watched one time. Like, I don't even think I watched them. I think maybe like when we got them, we popped it in. We're like, oh, good. They're good. You know, we got them. And then he got to keep them at his house. And I don't even know if he looked at them. They're stashed behind the thing, dude. I probably went halfsies on that shit. I didn't even get to look at that shit one time.
Oh man, you probably didn't miss much, dude. I have a very formative memory from my early years of accidentally stumbling across my uncle's magazine stash.
Nice.
And, yeah. You didn't want to touch those things though.
Sticky. I mean, yes, dude. My stepdad had the whole, I'd go out to the garage and like he's like, go get me a hammer or whatever. So I'm like, okay. I go out to the garage and open up the cabinet and there's just a fucking naked bitch.
Oh, you got one of those too where you walk in the garage and it's just like a bunch of
that was
posters
cool.
all over. I'm like, damn, dude. All right.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm sure the missus loves coming into the garage.
Hell yeah, brother. She don't come in the garage. She's not allowed in here, okay?
She doesn't come at all. That's why I got these posters up.
Exactly. All right. Let's get into the Lolcow stuff, people. Okay. What are we looking at here? This is just what bored 8-year-olds do at restaurants. Headbug says they are going to fart in their own hands and make each other smell it next. Is this?
Oh, yeah. Next, he's going to do
about Lolcow, or is she talking about Elon?
Elon. Yeah. I think the next White House correspondent dinner, he's going to do the fake cough and then fart really loudly a half second after.
I love that.
Props to the new generation. That was a great addition. We weren't ready for that. So we appreciate you Zoomers for bringing that to the forefront.
All right. Well, here we go. Without further ado, let's get into some Lolcow nonsense. Now, apparently, they've started the fat camp over the course of this past week. Okay, where it is, I guess, true that basically every member of the Lolcow universe is like 200 plus. I mean, there's very few that don't meet the weight requirement there.
It's another
200 plus is like conservative. That's me being very conservative.
Yeah, this is, I think, just another ego thing for Keemstar, right? He's like, everybody, everybody's all fat.
Fatter than me.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. I ain't fat.
That might be there might be something to that. He surrounds himself. I mean, like, he gets to be King Lolcow no matter what, because even though he's a dumbass, like one of these, like I saw that he the first day he threw his phone in a kayak thing that they were gonna all swim on, and then he starts throwing the kayaks out into they're not kayaks, they're just like fucking boats, whatever. But he starts throwing the boats out into the water and just tosses his fucking phone with a boat. Like, what a dumbass. He's like, he might be the King Lolcow, but he's still an absolute chrome dome dumbass.
And he has become Lolcow. You know, we've got that. I showed you that clip, Danny, where he's like, but they're calling me hypocrites. But they're hypocrites. And then you have Boogie and Wings of all people saying, Keem, they're doing this because of your reaction right now. They're saying they're milking you. Like that. We were so close to a moment of self-awareness. I really felt like we were this guy. That's how it's got to feel to be a therapist sometimes. You know, you're like, man, we were so close to a breakthrough, and then you regressed all over again. I don't know, but that'll be $500, please. See you next week.
I keep seeing Lolcow share this thing where they're like, we're #1 on YouTube. And it gives me this vibe, or I don't even think they say #1 on YouTube. They just say they're like #1 live show or something. And it gives me the same vibe as like all those Rumble right-winger streamers like the Quartering and Steven Crowder. Because like for the past week, they've been like, we're #1 in news at 11 a.m. We're #1 in news at 9 a.m.
On the 5th biggest streaming platform.
Right. Shit like that. So I keep seeing Lolcow share this thing where they're like, we're #1 in the charts. We're #2 in the charts. I don't know what fucking charts those are, but apparently they're doing numbers, I guess.
Oh, that's nice. We should do some of that, say, hey, we're the most viewed podcast on Threads. Where it's like nobody's gonna check.
Probably are.
Nobody cares. Yeah. We got 4 views over there. That's a record.
Nobody even spends 5 minutes on that platform. We got the highest fucking retention on the whole damn platform.
I don't think I've seen what Babs is talking about, so this will be fun.
God.
There's even more.
Siley getting drunk too. I mean, you'll see as this goes along. There's all kinds of shit. And I accidentally was letting this play in the background, but you can see it here and on our thumbnail. Look at that shit eating grin. I do love that. I do love that. Absolutely love this.
What a man. She's got my exact hairline right now. It's
this is the Nate Fisher is what we used to call it. The Jack Shivani.
This one hurts.
Shouts out, my friend.
She looks like she's about to spend a long winter at the Overlook.
But like, although I can't believe any of their acting, at least like they can get somebody that can like, she could put on a good upset, acting upset here. She did an all right job. I still don't believe any of it's like not just staged. They've staged every bit, every fucking thing, every second of this whole thing. But I do like her commitment. Like she bawling with the bald head. I like it.
Danny, this may be one of the few instances of genuine emotion, because as someone who has gone through this, becoming bald is something that you have to come to terms with internally, right? You can either fight it. I've had people, everybody who's going bald for some reason looks to me as some sort of elder statesman, as if, I just want to talk about the fact that I haven't had hair for 13 years every day of my life. But we've got people talking, I'm starting to get them back here. So I just do a little part. I do a little, push over. I'm just like, brother, you are delaying the inevitable. You need to embrace it. Bald is beautiful, but you can't always get there in one day. All right. So she may very well be processing all of this. She's going to be bald for a minute, I would think. That's some long hair. I've never grown hair that's that long, so I assume it takes a decade, Danny, to get it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever been that long either, so I'm right there with you. Now, the interesting thing to also note here is when we watch this, keep in mind that like there are clips of her later on that we're going to look at where she's like wearing a wig, and unless they Amazon Primed a fucking quick delivery wig to her, it's like, all right, guys, you're starting to see through the cracks, right?
Yeah, because no sane podcast host would ever keep multiple wigs in their studio, right, Danny?
Right.
Whoops.
Well, this isn't their studio, okay?
Yeah.
Quit that, all right? Quit what you're saying, all right? This isn't their studio. They're on vacation or something. She just got a spare wig in the fucking old suitcase here. She's like, well, fuck, if I decide to shave my fucking head, I guess at least I got a wig in the fucking trunk.
An inch every 6 weeks on average. That's what Brantley said.
Oh!
That's right. That's right. No, I do agree with you, though. Only full-time balds like Danny and myself should have wigs on retainer. This does seem very scripted. I think we need more wigs. Hash says we do not have enough wigs.
That's true.
I tend to agree with that.
I'll work on that, Kevin. Okay, don't tempt me. You're gonna show up. You're gonna show up and be like, I didn't sign up for this fucking shit.
We need a wig for the Leo the Lion mask, and then bring that back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't tempt me, Kevin.
We're gonna get like a battle beast thing going on.
Exactly. I should have wore that for that stream the other day. Anyways, let's watch Wings here. Enjoy tormenting a woman on live for our pleasure. Our pleasure? Her pain, our pleasure. I don't know. Yes. And she is doing a good, like, oh my God.
My favorite part was the look at the camera after that big shudder. Just
I mean, she's had practice.
Oh, this is tough, dude.
Do you think they went full bore? Did they end up just shaving it all off?
I, for one, am rooting for the Hulk Hogan skullet here, brother, but I don't know. You stop right there. Yeah, see, there it is. That's way worse.
So here comes the savior. So this must be a result of what I was saying then, right? This is like, he kicked her from the show. She shows up to Lolcow. I mean, she shows up to Fat Camp. She's like, oh, fucking, I want to be back on the show. I'm good. They love me. I'm good for drama, whatever. And Keem's like, I can't invite you back, lady. Like, I already fired you because you're an idiot. So I look like the idiot if I bring you back. So he's like, if you want to come back, you got to be bald like me, okay? If they're going to be making fun of my shiny bald head, they need to be making fun of your shiny bald head too, bitch. Exactly, yes. America's next Lolcow. Bald cow.
Oof. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Nice to see Harls and Kanga and Babs and everybody in the chat. Headbug, thank you guys for being here and watching some Lolcow with us, okay? So, yeah, Keem's about to come in here. Check this out. I love this.
Becky, welcome to Lolcow Queens.
Good. Thank you for the clapping.
That was badass. That's badass.
That's badass. You just totally humiliated yourself for me, and I'm getting thousands of dollars for it. Thank you so much. I might pay you next week. We'll see.
All this just to get fired again in a week. And
yeah, right.
Rinse and repeat. My goodness. I think, Danny, we're not doing enough of this. I think we need to just constantly be bringing in guests, but pretend that they are new co-hosts. And so when they're done with that episode, we just go in the next week and talk about how we fired them because they were so useless. I think that's a great branding opportunity for us.
They're really the only show out there that has weaponized they've like used every firing and like HR situation as like a platform for views. All the way back to when it was their editors, when they were laughing about D-Max and Connor or whatever editing their shit, and they were getting a bunch of shit for that. They used that whole like, oh, we're firing that editor and getting a new one, and we got a new editor and he sucks too. We're firing him. They used that whole firing thing as a weapon to get views. And then they did it with Tommy, and then they do it with every single one of these people that they hire, with Becky or whatever. Wings is now fired too. It's like, that's a good shtick of theirs. They like to do that one.
I think they need to go back to the King Cobra JFS because for those that don't know, our boy lost his 112K 1,000 subscriber channel. That's a direct quote from the man himself, by the way.
112K
1,000. Yes. And he is now ban evading while doing live streams, saying, "I don't give a fuck about ban evading." Now, it wasn't enough to get banned for telling his trolls to suck a certain exit valve. Now he's telling YouTube themselves. So I imagine it's only a matter of days before King Cobra JFS is back on the streets, metaphorically, and he's going to need a new job. Bro. So I think that Lolcow Cobra show is probably closer to a reality than we ever thought it would be.
I like that. I like the idea of Keemstar like picking up every tragic Lolcow situation and giving them a job. Like it's gonna be like Chris Chan next or something on a show. Like seriously, he's gonna fucking as soon as Chris Chan's like out of jail or whatever, it's like, okay, we're gonna get you on a show with Slug, that Chris Hansen dude. Lolcow creeps.
That would be an arc, honestly. I think a Slug arc on Lolcow would get me back.
Right? They need a producer, dude. They need a producer over there.
They got turned down by Chris Chan.
They got turned down? No shit. No shit. Christine Chan's like, no, thank you. No, thanks.
I don't think that'd be good for my brand.
I got enough of these haters, okay? I don't need to do a whole show for my haters. I mean, yeah, Shadow's got a point. Yeah, he is very good at exploiting people for money. I mean, we saw him do it for like a year and a half to Salvo and Chris the Narc and all those people. So yeah, it's just this a new arc to squeeze money out of somebody. So that was just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, that is Wing's shaving. Okay, now this is Wing's wife stealing Becky's hoodie. I mean, okay, this is like this is one of the weaker storylines. Like they've definitely mapped this out. You know, okay, one day we're going to get Boogie to get a new tattoo. One day we're going to have Wings fight everybody. One day we're going to have Becky come back or whatever. So they've definitely mapped all this out. And this is just one of their weaker storylines here. I'm not sure.
What a statement that is, too.
One of the weakest storylines here, okay? Crazy lady crashes out on Keemstar over a hoodie for 5 minutes straight. Does Becky Boop deserve the hoodie? Becky Boop.
Well, anyone who's had 1 to 8 girlfriends would tell you that hoodies are very much a dividing factor, right?
Hoodies are fleeting. Okay.
Yeah, dude. Guys out there, just be careful. If any woman shows interest in you, she probably just wants to steal your hoodies. All right. There's this whole scheme going on where it's like, oh, this hoodie is mine now. No. How could I wear the same 4 hoodies all week? You cannot have one. No. No.
You know, the good thing to keep in mind across the board is just never wear, if you're going to stay the night at another person's house to do those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just don't wear any clothes that you're not willing to part with, right? Really, in fact, don't take anything that you're not willing to part with. Okay. You know, don't take your shades if they're your favorite shades. You might leave them there and you'll never see her again. Your sweatshirts, if she's like, I'm cold, you know, you've got to do the gentlemanly thing and be like, well, here's my sweatshirt. Stay warm, babe. And then you never see that fucking sweatshirt ever again. Okay. If I would have gave my gooey sweatshirt to somebody, I would have been fucking upset. Luckily, by that point, I was already with my life partner.
Yeah, so it's already our hoodies in your situation.
Right. Exactly, Harles. So yeah, let's listen to them fight over articles of clothing. Interesting plot line here. By the way, do they all look like never mind. Should I say that?
I don't know. What
They
you're gonna
all
say.
kind of look like oranges on toothpicks. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that kind of vibe? Like they all kind of look like a melting ice cream cone kind
Like
of
a-
situation. It's just like real skinny legs and then a lot of everything else. Oh.
I have no comment on that.
sorry. It's just something I noticed, They all kind of orange on toothpicks is what I think.
Oh, they've been skipping leg day, is what Danny's saying. And you should never do that.
Never skip leg day.
Go ahead and report it, Keem. You fucking should. Let the whole world know this cunt stole my fucking
Whoa!
and she won't give it back because
Mike,
she's so insecure.
how long is
She's
this
talking about
been
Mike,
going on
right?
for?
20 minutes, maybe?
Why are you staying in front of the camera? Let the whole world see how triggered you are because you're so insecure. Say how you want my hoodie back.
I said I was going to give it back.
Give it back now. Give it back now. The camera's rolling. Give it back now.
I told Keem.
Where is it?
I told Keem.
Okay, listen.
So, just so we're all on the same page, make sure I'm getting this right. She says, "Hey, Wing's wife stole my hoodie. What the fuck? Why'd she steal my hoodie?" And then Wing's wife is like, "I told you I'd give it back." And then they're still arguing for some reason.
It's what happens when you schedule your fat camp in March. What?
There's not enough
Dumb,
hoodies to
but-
go around.
Couldn't have done this in the summer where it would make a lot more sense.
They take up enough space. You could have just got a couple tarps, and that probably would have held you over. You don't need a bunch of hoodies.
They had to get this cabin on the cheap. Danny, you and I know a
Three
little something
tarps.
about that, right? Once April hits, it's like, damn, it's hard to book one of those places in the hills.
Yeah, right. Yeah. This does remind me. Yeah, Kevin and I and our giant group of friends, we used to every summer do like a cabin trip, and this reminds me of cabin trips.
Yeah, I bet this whole place smells like a gerbil's cage. Oh, good Lord.
They should do beer Olympics like we did back in the day. That was fun. That would be a good Lolcow arc, okay? Imagine a day where they had to do like Olympics Olympics, because we played like beer pong and ring toss and stuff. But like the stuff you play at cookouts, make them do a bunch of these activities, beanbag toss, ring toss, frisbee game, whatever, and get them smashed, because I bet most of these people can drink like all day and not be drunk. Yeah, cornhole, definitely. Do you think so? I think like every single one of them could down 8 beers before they're even getting buzzed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's probably it'll probably take them a whole day to get drunk, and then they'll stay drunk for 3 days. It'll take forever to get that alcohol out of your system.
They don't work it off, do they? All right, let's
Call it
continue.
by its real name.
Cornholio. I'm sorry. Yeah, Harles knows that I'm feigning ignorance.
What, you can't say cornhole on YouTube? What is this?
I'm acting like I'm better. I'm not as hillbilly as you guys think I am, okay? I didn't know what cornhole was.
Yeah, we've never played cornhole. We don't know what hobo golf is. We don't know any of these things, dude.
Right.
And then he can
Where is
use the
it?
concept.
Where is it? Where is it?
I currently don't have it at the moment. But
Go
I already
get
told you
it.
that I'd
Go
give
get it.
back.
And we don't have a
Wait,
problem.
stop. Kelly said that she'd give you the hoodie back as long as you do something stupid for Lolcow Live. What's
No,
wrong
I
with that?
already shaved my fucking head for you. Where's her
That was
punishment for
free.
stealing employee property? I didn't do
I'm
anything
not an
wrong here. She
employee.
stole my shit.
I'm not an employee.
I'm not an employee, she says.
You can't fire me. I don't work in this van.
Oh gosh. That's awesome. That's a great method of encouragement, getting them. I bet they're doing shit like this all day. Like, hey, I don't even know what Boogie's wife's name is. I mean, Wings' wife's name is, but hey, Wings' wife, if you steal Becky's hoodie, we can hold it hostage until she fucking does blackface on camera for us.
Dude, and poor Mrs. Redemption. You know,
Kelly
one
is her
thing,
name.
one
Thank you,
thing I will say for Kelly is that woman is a fucking saint, dude. If you have seen enough Breaking Banquet clips, you would know just how pathetic and miserable Jordy's existence is. And he puts his wife through some shit, dude. She is such a sweetheart, such a nice person. The idea that this troll, this cave troll, Becky, is being this mean to Kelly it's really setting me off. This isn't the kind of debauchery that I am here for. I want to Lolcow, not cry cow. I feel very sad right now watching the only good person that's in that entire building, maybe Billy, one of two people in
Justice for Billy.
in that fucking group for whom I might stop if I saw their car stranded on the highway, and she's getting this heat put on her, and all she's doing is trying to support her loser husband. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, they better be getting paid extra, because I feel like there's a lot of content that would have been missed out on if Kelly wasn't there. You know what I mean? Kelly should be getting paid.
Yeah, now she's carrying the show on top of all that.
She's not an employee, but that's criminal, because she's carrying right now for all of you guys. And you'll see as we go along, she's really carrying.
She should probably be like the director of operations over there. I think she's the only one with a brain.
Her shirt, very based, friend shirt too. Did you see that? Friend.
Yeah, you know, that's the one. You can't win them all. That was the one knock. If that had been a Dunder Mifflin t-shirt, I'd have been locked in.
Right. Headbug says, I love how every bad behavior exhibited immediately makes them ask Keem for punishment like a sadistic dad figure. I mean, very true. Very true.
Dad.
We're not going to watch all this dumbass. This bit is stupid here.
You know how you fix it? Wings. I would like your hoodie, please.
Oh.
Thanks. Give me your hoodie,
Oh,
okay?
What did she say?
And Jordan, guess what? She threatened to beat me up, but she won't.
No, I didn't. I'm not gonna fucking touch you. You're not worth my time. But I want my property back. I want to be able to record and do my job and not have to worry about people stealing my shit when I'm on camera. I thought that was a bit. I can't believe you're actually this much of a fucking loser.
I can relate to this, Danny. I would not show up to work if I didn't have a hoodie to wear.
I love it how Wings walks in. She's like, hey, Jordy, she just said she is going to kick my ass. What you got to say about that? He's just standing there with his hands on his hips.
And he's like, we could sell that, Keem. You still got steak and happy punch?
Well, how about both of you women walk into my bedroom here and we'll see if we can sort this thing out. How about that?
Oh,
Come
God.
over with old Jordy and we'll see if we can figure this out. Just the three of you.
2 minutes in heaven is better than 1 minute in heaven.
2 inches of thunder is better than no thunder. So let's finally see it, okay? Like me and Kevin have been saying, poor Kelly is carrying Lolcow here. Absolutely carrying Lolcow. And you'll see what exactly we mean here. This is what I've been waiting for, okay? This is what I wanted, people. This is the Jerry Springer shit that I am here for, okay? I need more of this. There's been a giant hole in the fucking pop culture world that needs to be filled, okay? And it's not fucking Boogie's asshole. It is fucking the lack of garbage trailer park fighting content, okay? Jerry is gone. The Springer man is no longer here. And Keemstar is bringing us the content that we really want as Springer fans, okay? This says, Wings throws wife to the ground. Domestic violence or accidental?
Ooh. Hang on. And just so we're fair, this is a trigger warning.
Okay.
And I also disavow said behaviors, all right?
Exactly.
We're all on the same page.
Couldn't it be domestic violence and accident still? Like that if I like accidentally trip my wife and she falls flat on her face, it's still domestic violence, isn't it?
Sleek's making a great point here. Any pro fighters would tell you, whether it's MMA, boxing, your coach is going to tell you not to get in bar fights, because if you get good enough at it, your hands might have to be registered as deadly weapons.
Those are lethal fucking weapons.
It's I mean, have we not seen Con Air? Was all of that for nothing?
Now, yeah, just like Bab says here, for real needs a trigger warning. It's fucked. Okay. I mean, Wings totally fucking fucks up. Even if this is a written bit, even if this was a thing where they're like, because I very much think so before all this started, that every one of them were around, sitting around talking about this. And they're like, look, if one of the bits gets to us throwing hands, that's the way it goes. Okay. Like we're all like, they definitely aired it out. And they're like, look, sometimes it might get a little physical in here and we got to be all okay with that. And I bet that that's the case. I bet they're like, oh, okay. Yeah. Now, I don't know if poor Kelly here knew that means she was going to get body slammed into the ground.
I don't think so, or she wouldn't have made that "I'm not an employee" comment previously. You know,
exactly. But that's what we're about to see a couple times. Okay, from a couple different angles. Poor Kelly just getting owned.
Maybe Keen's trying to loophole her. He's like, "Nah, she's 1099, brother. She's a contractor."
The funny thing about this too is that Wings is like going after, I guess, Keemstar in this. He's going after Keem, and like their confrontation is barely anything, whereas his wife just gets absolutely kerslapped, like fucking owned. She's getting ran over by fucking 450 pounds, 500 pounds, a man, whatever it is.
Creator Clash 3 Wings versus his wife. That dude, that would sell. This Kelly Becky fight that we are currently promoting will outsell Creator Clash 3. Keem, call me, dude. Call me.
I'm thinking like Wings and Kelly. I mean, they need to do a couples boxing. Wouldn't that be sweet? Now that's
like
Jerry
a mixed
Springer
tag
shit.
match. Yeah,
like all
dude.
of them. Wings and Kelly, Boogie and Desi, or whatever her name is, Keem and Brantley, kid behind the camera and his illegal underage wife or whatever is going on there. Like all of them paired out and get in the ring together. That would be sweet.
And then Billy and Xylee. It just because
Billy and Xylee
tag team.
They're definitely married and an item. Did you not know that?
I did not.
I'm sorry, Billy. I shouldn't put that on you, bro.
Don't you put that evil on me.
Sorry, Billy. We love you. I'm gonna ask Billy one of these days if we can't get him on. I'm gonna ask him just like, hey, do you care if we am I gonna get copyright claimed if we just watch a bunch of your music videos or something? Because those are some throwbacks. But anyways, sorry. Tangent after tangent. Let's watch fucking Wings go off. Yo, dude.
That's your fucking wife. Go calm down. That's your wife, man.
Now, what I love about this is here, let's get back to where she gets bodied. Like she's already fallen at that point. So it's like right here. Boom. She's on the ground. And Billy is giving Wings the old, but like rubbing his back. Like, come on, dude, it's okay.
Calm down, champ.
Calm down a little bit, champ. Meanwhile, poor Kelly is just she's still trying to recover off the ground. Billy's like, Wings, come on, dude, it's okay. No concern for Kelly whatsoever. They're
Wings
like,
is pissed, dude. She ripped that shirt. They won't be able to use that shirt on their sailboat again, Danny. So it's got a hole in it now.
No, that's the repurposing. They're gonna sew that up with a bunch of other shirts to make the Lolcow sail. That's a good stream, actually. Okay, they get stranded on a desert island and have to have to make a boat, a raft to get off back to civilization.
Oh, Lolcow does Lord of the Flies. Give me
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yes, dude.
And you got Wings has to, Wings and Boogie have to sew their shirts together to make the fucking sail for their boat.
It's my turn to talk, Boogie. God damn it. I have the conch. It's my fucking turn.
But yeah, man, she gets absolutely just boom. I mean, it's like a fucking horror show. Johnny! Look at that freeze frame.
This has to be staged, right? I think Sleek brings up something interesting. I'm sorry, domestic violence is never funny except when it is. All right. And that's sort of my thing. Like, if this were real, they would. I guess it was live, but I have a hard time believing that. I don't know, man. Actually, now that we see this freeze frame, Jordy does look like he's got a lot of hate in those eyes,
dude. And when I made the post for the show last night, okay, there were people commenting saying, I can't believe how you're trying to frame this. He said sorry and that it was an accident like 3 minutes later. And it's like, wait. This is an accident? This is an accident. I mean, look, people, this is a random freeze frame from me. Like, we can talk about whether it's staged or not, or consensual. She might have been like, yeah, you can throw me on the fucking ground like a fucking rag doll. But this ain't accidental. I've never seen anything like this be accidental. He's shoving her. He's got his arms on her both. This ain't accidental.
This is like in an interrogation video that I might watch. It was like, oh yeah, it was an accident. I stabbed him 38 times in self-defense. Sorry about that.
Oh, so yeah, I always want to let it play a couple more times.
Oh.
That's your fucking wife.
The wildest part about this is it doesn't even get Boogie out of his chair. He's just like, hey.
Oh, dear Lord. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck are they doing over there? Okay.
It's over, dude. It's over.
Now, I want to show all this, okay? So we're going to show it all. Here is immediately after, I guess, right after where I got the other picture for the stuff that I posted on Twitter. These are all from Drama Alert pictures, by the way. They're like, people are like, wow, why are you framing it like this? It's like, I took these pictures from Drama Alert. They framed it. I just used their pictures.
It's wild that Keemstar's got simps like Elon out here running D for him.
Right.
And you're the asshole for the way you portrayed this event. You dick.
But here is Wings and Keem actually getting physical here.
Why are you getting loud in
Dude
my
looks
face?
like a Hershey's kid.
Dude, are you fast?
Wow, I
love how
it.
Keem goes straight for the goozle.
He thinks he's gonna choke him out, dude.
Yeah. Like, dude thinks he's the Undertaker. He's just straight, like, I'm gonna just grab you by the throat. Interesting.
I love that. But I do have to admit, Keemstar, as much as you are the King Lolcow, all hail to King Lolcow, Keemstar. As much as like Wings would get winded after like a minute of this, I think he's dropping your ass in that minute that he has of energy. That burst of adrenaline that he gets that lets him last and without being winded, 1 minute or whatever it is. He's dropping Keem's ass, dude, because he really tells him here too. He's like, why are you getting in my face like this, bro? And he's like, 'cause I fucking can, bitch.
He's full Walter White. He's gone now. He's all Heisenberg. It's funny.
I am the danger.
Yeah. Breaking Banquet was onto something, man. I never gave them the credit that they deserve.
Let's see it again.
Because I fucking can.
Because I fucking can.
Are you fucking serious? You better stop. Hey, you better stop. Wait, chill. You better stop.
You better
You
stop.
better
Why
stop. Hey man, you better stop.
I'm gonna hit you. See, this is why I now understand, Danny, why Keem continues to dodge my request for a boxing match. I'm saying it again one time right here, right now. Keemstar, you and me, winner keeps their beard, loser has to shave their beard and is not allowed to shave their head for a month. And every time we go live, it will be hatless. So put your money where your mouth is, Keem. Let's go. Fight me.
Yeah, Keemy, dreamy Keemy. Okay, now I want to get a perspective of this whole situation. You didn't like that? I want to get a perspective of this whole situation from a former Lolcow, maybe a different perspective, maybe a different take here than what Kevin and I have. Okay. Former Lolcow host Tommy C posted this, and I thought it was pretty interesting. Gives us a little different angle too, as well as a little joke from Tommy here at the end. But let's check this out, okay?
Look right there. It's a setup.
That's not a setup.
And
It's
why,
a fucking
and
lie.
why are you getting loud in my face?
Because I fucking can.
Dude, are you fucking
Hey, look how he grabs Keem's nose like he was like they both try to suffocate
Got
each
your
other
nose.
immediately. Yeah. Keem goes for the throat.
Wouldn't it be funny? He's holding him back and he's like, yeah, Keem, got your nose, got your nose.
Boop. Oh, I bet you won't come get it. I bet you won't come back here and get it.
I wish you would have fucking, there's a point back here where he like bellies him. He bellies up right
Like
here.
he's arguing a called third strike. You know, a lot of you guys, that's a baseball joke. You guys don't get it, but it was good. All right. So I expect applause for that amazing baseball
I love
joke.
that. I love that. I love your sports references, Kevin. I wish you would have just fucking Majin Boo'd his ass, like bounced him off of his fucking belly here. Imagine that right into kid behind the camera. They could have did like a little pong action here. Fucking,
Oh, yeah, to pull like a night at the Roxbury, you know, just
right. Yeah. Exactly. No, you know exactly what I'm thinking. Anyways, let's
spot
watch.
on. Love that. Love a 30-year-old joke too. I mean, we're firing on all cylinders this morning, Danny.
Yeah.
Dude, are you fucking
Are you fucking serious? You better stop. Hey, you better stop. Wait, chill. You better stop.
Hey, dude. Jordy. So this is a different angle.
Someone take him down. Holy
Damn.
Oh, god damn.
It seems a
Now-
lot more aggressive when you see it from this angle, in my opinion.
Let's
Like,
see, does
and
she
you
tuck her
hear
chin
it.
in? Because that would be that's a clear
Ooh.
sign of a work. All right. You know, it's you guys might not expect how difficult it is to fall down and not hurt yourself, you know, with wrestling. Oh,
No.
yeah, I don't know. That looks like a
No
real
tuck
fall,
chin.
dude. No tuck chin there. God damn, that's how you get a concussion, man. That shit's serious.
That's right. That's right. Here, let's watch again.
Hey, you better stop. Wait, chill. You better stop. Hey, dude. Jordy. Someone take him down.
Damn. Like
Dude,
that
that's-
impact is loud, bro. You gotta
Yeah.
be kidding me there. He really body slammed her ass. And Billy's just like, yo, dude, yo.
Dude, yeah, look at his face. He's so scared. He's like, what just happened right now?
Did I really just see this shit?
Boogie's sitting there thinking, my God, I'm glad he didn't come at me this hard in our sanctioned boxing match. Jesus, dude.
Right. He hit his wife harder than he hit Boogie in that entire round of boxing that they did.
Jesus. Yeah, great call, Vita. Yeah, this is me. I'm trying so hard. To find the fiction in all of this. But no, I think, oh my God, dude. Is it over for Wings?
It might be. Okay. It's over on Lolcow, at least. He's kicked off the show, guys. Yeah, right. But no, let's keep watching this. I love it. It's like Xylie's like the voice of reason here. She's like, dude, your wife. Billy's like burping him like a baby. Like, okay, try to get
Okay,
it out.
calm down. Let's stimulate that vagus nerve right there. You know, we gotta calm you down, brother. Your heart's beating.
What
a little.
nerve?
You might. Hey, look it up, brother. No, we've been over this, guys. I do not pronounce words correctly. All right. I mean, don't even get me. Don't ask me to review anything about Harry Potter, Danny. I found out the hard way. I didn't pronounce any of those names right for years. What an idiot.
It's pronounced Gandalf, Kevin. Okay, that's how you say the old man in Harry Potter. I mean, right? Yeah, Gandalf.
I thought it was a long A after a certain J.K. Rowling tweet. I was like, oh, I get it. Okay. It was all right there in the subtext.
Let's watch. You know, Xylee looking a little Gandalf in this clip actually. You know,
love that Jack skeleton tea though. Wow, now I can't speak.
That's
I
a
love
hard
it
one
a
to
little bit.
say. you put a pointy hat on Xylee and some robes, and she could be Gandalf. You shall not pass right here, Wings. Okay, you motherfucker.
Dude, help your wife up,
He's
bro.
like, oh, are you okay? Now, who is that? I've never seen this lady before, but she came straight up. She's like, get the fuck away from her, okay? He's like actually at this point, finally looking at his wife and being like, oh, okay, are you okay? Are you okay? And that's when she decides to come up and be like, yeah, don't you dare. Get the fuck away from her. Where were you? Where were you before she got body slammed, bitch?
Who were all these people that come pouring out? So there's like there's like 20 people at this place. What was going on?
Yeah, they got a whole fucking crowd here watching, okay? God.
Her name is Cryy. Okay, that tracks. You know what?
Cryy.
That
Okay.
is she is in the chats. Okay. Oh,
Shouts out to Cry in the chats.
they invited their viewers to Fat Camp.
Hey, you guys are all invited to the next live recording of the Clout rap.
Wee.
Oh, geez, Louise.
Right.
I like that.
Goodness.
Kyrie.
I think, and I tend to agree with the folks that have said it's time. It's long since been time. Kelly should have gotten out of this marriage a long, long time ago. But this hopefully does it, right? It's got to.
You know some more of the backstory, right? Like has he ever been abusive or bad to his wife before?
I will say this. I believe there has been some verbal stuff that I think there would be plenty of folks out there, probably even some in the chat today, that would say, yeah, if maybe whether or not it's the definition of verbal abuse, it's certainly unhealthy and it's certainly not a supportive spouse. He'll go on his live stream where, mind you, he's being trolled and he'll quit Call of Duty games mid-game. If he's losing, he'll just shut the system off in the middle of a game. Like, that's what he's doing. That's the value that he's bringing to this world. Meanwhile, he will sit there and talk to his chat about how his wife is doing some stupid degree that's not going to bring any value. And she can hear him. And then she'll come into the room and be like, hey, I heard what you just said. That's not very nice of you. Like, I'm doing night school and all this stuff to try to make both of our lives better because you can't be bothered to get off your fucking ass. And you're going to come in here and mock me in front of all of these people who hate watch you. At this point, there can't be a single person left who watches Wings of Redemption stream unironically. Right there. You're not watching him because he's good at any game. You're watching him for the lulls, for the meme-worthy behaviors. And then here he is just like, yeah, my stupid loser idiot wife going to college like some kind of demacuck. What the hell is this? I don't know. It's time, Kelly. You deserve so much better, which I know is saying literally nothing because of who Wings is, but come on, dude. Come on.
Has he ever been good at Call of Duty?
At one point, like maybe on the 360 era, I think.
Okay. That's what I was just wondering. Was he famous for his Lolcow like freakouts and his reactions? or was he actually good at Call of Duty where people watched him because they wanted to watch him, and then he just became a fat Lolcow later on?
Well, one of his major fallout with PKA was, well, not attending a camping trip, but also
Interesting.
do you remember the epic 1v1 that Woody's Gamertag hosted? The beginning of the Wings troll or Lolcow arc, as I remember, it started with somebody shit talking him online, and so Wings challenged him to a 1v1 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and they streamed it. And Wings got his ass torn up and then proceeded to scream at Woody and say, "Why the fuck you stream that, man?" And he's just like, "Because you told me to, because that's what the agreement was." So no, Wings has been bad at video games for as long as I have been bald. Let's just put it that way.
That. I love that for him. Let's keep watching here. Jeez, God. Oh my God. Here's Tommy's edition.
Wow, that's beautiful. Hey babe, can I have a beer?
Of course you can.
Thanks, sweetheart. I love you.
I love you too.
You have a good time. It's nice out.
Which I admit that's pretty funny, but who tells their wife you have a good day?
Not me,
Who
dude.
says that? I mean,
That ain't
like,
my job.
it's not. I say that like it's a bad thing to say to your wife.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good thing to tell her to have a good day, I guess.
What does he send her a text in the morning too? Good morning, beautiful, or something like an
I've
80.
never
like
heard. I've never heard anybody be that way, where they're just like, "Hey, babe, can you give me a beer?" "Yeah." "Oh, thank you so much." "Yeah, and you have a good day, okay? You have a good day, girl." It's like he's not going to talk to her for the rest of the day or something. He's like, "All right, well, I'll be seeing you. You have a good time now. Thank you for that beer."
Thank you so much. Enjoy your afternoon. Sleek, to answer your question, that would be Dark Side Phil, I believe. The man who will mail you a spoon so you can eat his ass. That guy, yes. Original Lolcow Live. Remember? He was going to be a part of this whole thing, but
interesting. So I know you guys have all been saying it, like justice for big gulps. Justice for Wings. Okay, he didn't do it. Those people, they're telling me in my comments, you're framing this all wrong. Okay, it was an accident. This isn't nice. Okay, don't be like this. Don't be drama farmer. Okay, clout route. Don't be a don't do this to me. Okay. Wings of Redemption says he's innocent. Here's some Discord messages. Wings of Redemption, it does look bad, but I never meant to push her over, he says. Followed by, I didn't assault my wife. She tripped on the table from my forward momentum. Okay. She tripped on the table from my forward momentum. Here, let me bring up that clip one more time. I want to see what that forward momentum looks like. Okay. Forward momentum. I mean, that's an interesting choice of words as your excuse there, Wings. But let's see. Pull this back up. Let's see the forward momentum. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's forward momentum. It's you pushing her forward and the momentum that follows. Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I don't remember. What is the speed of free fall? Was it something like 10 meters per second? I can't remember. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to do some math here. How do we find the velocity?
Kanga, 10-month member. She says, "Can I get 5 big booms for my boyfriend's birthday today? Happy birthday, Kanga's boom, 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 boyfriend."
Bang! I hope you get him a double chunk chocolate cookie.
I was gonna say, am I supposed to? Yes, exactly. That's what I was about to say. Am I supposed to say something about a chicken bake here? Insert chicken bake. I prefer soft pretzels. Okay, if we're gonna be going to Costco or fucking Sam's Club or whatever and hitting the fucking convenient bar, I'm getting a soft pretzel and cheese, bro.
Ooh.
Not a 79-cent hot dog or whatever the fuck, or fucking chicken bakes.
First key lime pie. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. I like that. And also, it's a double shout out for Kang because there is that 10-month membership.
Member. Thank you,
So
Kang.
least we can do is say happy birthday. That is wonderful. Gravity is the issue here, clearly.
Happy birthday to Kanga's boyfriend. Hopefully you never treat her like this. Here's advice for you, Kanga's boyfriend. Don't do this. Whatever you do in your relationship, steer clear of this.
Jesus,
Okay.
dude.
None of that.
There was a couch right there too. You know, not that I should be giving notes for how to shove your wife, because you probably should just not. You know probably about it. You just shouldn't fucking do it. But there was a couch right there.
Between Mike from PA and JD Vance, couches has suffered enough, Kevin. Okay.
Oh god damn, yeah.
They don't need
Maybe
this.
Ooh, that mental picture's not going away anytime soon.
So Wings is innocent. Let's round out the Lolcow drama here with some boogie, okay? Let's see some boogie drama. Now, this clip, obviously staged, okay? I'm just going to say it from the top. Like, of course, Boogie's not dead here, okay? I guess this is our trigger warning, but as the text to speech dono rolls in, this is actually pretty funny. Like this one landed for me. But let's watch. The other day I was seeing a picture of all of them gathered in this fucking theater room, and like you said earlier in the show, gerbil cage. I can imagine that this theater room with like over 2,000 pounds of weight in it, I can imagine it smells very much like a gerbil's cage.
Especially with that fake pleather seat going on in there.
I mean, one of them farts, and I feel like they all like imagine like Boogie farts while he's sitting here, and Billy gets wind of that. He's like sniffs, and he's like, "Oh my god, dude, one of these motherfuckers just farted." And I can imagine that they all vindictively fucking fart. They like retaliatory fart. You know, they smell one Boogie fart, and he's like, "Oh, that's not gonna fly." You know, Billy's rip, and then Wings is fucking, and they're all just farting back and forth. Oh my gosh! I mean, I said 2,000 pounds. I don't know, dude. That might be conservative. Like, how much? No, we won't go there. We won't go there. Yeah, it is leather. They all have the built-in excuse. Like, they move real quick, and it's. Oh, that was.
Dude, I'm so glad Poland's not here right now, or we'd be dealing with so many complaints.
This is the fart episode. I imagine we get. I imagine we get notes at the end of this from Poland Spring, our executive producer. Too much farts. Too much spousal abuse.
Not enough prayer and way too many farts. Yeah.
We should all say a prayer right now.
Honestly, everyone needs to repent as soon as this show is done, just to be safe.
All right, let's watch. Okay, let's see what Boogie's up to. Okay.
The Gamers Asylum super chatted $20.
Can you hear that? The Gamers Asylum super chatted. Here, I'm gonna turn it up just a tad.
Now, you might want to check Boogie. He is spilling water down the front of himself.
Bro, are you?
So it said you might want to check Boogie. He is spilling water down the front of himself. And this is when they notice. Like, he's been sitting here this whole time and they have not noticed that Boogie is like doing some kind of bit here. But that text-to-speech chat is just so funny. Check on Boogie. He is dead.
It's like, how many times has Boogie pissed himself while sleeping if that doesn't wake him up? It's just right there, dude.
V-Dub says, Kev, her velocity was 24 feet per second, according to Grok. Thank you, Grok.
Thank God for that. Thank you, V-Dub.
Apparently, Ela Klein is a big fan of Lolcow Live. Is that some kind of? Are you making some kind of joke? Are you making some kind of joke here, Kanga? I'm picking it up. Okay, I like that. Is Boogie in a coma? Well, we'll see. Okay, Babs thinks he pissed himself. It would be a good cover up if he like got so drunk that he pissed himself, and then now he does this. He's like conveniently drops his big gulp on his lap.
Only lose me leg has entered the chat. That would really set off. Not only would the stink factor multiply by a substantial amount, but yes, this would be the entertainment factor would go up quite a lot. Could you imagine Wings and Blade getting in it, and Blade's just like, "Shut up, you person!" Person. He's just spitting dip. He didn't even have a spitter. He just spits his dip on the floor like a savage. Oh God, dude. Oh,
I know the one trailer park lady has one of her feet missing because of diabetes or whatever. What do you think the foot count is in this house? Do you think there's an odd number of feet in the house?
we might be even. I don't know why. I just get the feeling that there's more than one person dealing with that over there.
Oh dear Lord!
And they, of course, they get paired together for the potato sack race, which is unjust.
They complete the transformer, holding on to each other, one foot on each side.
Mecha Shiva.
Oh God!
Dead. Holy shit! Oh no!
Which their audio in this, like they need like a boom operator or something. What's going on? This is all the way up.
Yeah, like how?
Look at
Super chatted
look at Billy. He don't even get up.
Boogie is filling his friends and I check on him.
Boogie and Wings both
Travel Mimic
not
super
concerned.
chatted $25.83. Boogie has passed out.
I keep saying
He is
Boogie. I
pouring
mean
his
Wings
water
and
all over
Billy
the floor.
both are not concerned.
Check his pulse. I don't know how to do that.
Oh!
He says check his pulse. I don't know how to do that. And fucking Wings grabbing his Oh dear Lord. As if he's probably dead. He's probably dead. We should probably check it out. They need to put the glass in front of his face or whatever and see if you can catch the breath.
Calling Roxy the medic. Oh my God. Oh, that's wild. It's Danny, when we put pay-per-view shows on, we also have to have a medic on site. It's just kind of funny to think these guys have an EMT just has to hang out in their house.
When you have this many health risks on payroll, you have to have an active medic on scene at all.
It was probably a condition of renting the place. They're like, listen,
we can't have anybody dying here, okay? I can never sell this Airbnb again if some 500-pound fat guy dies in here, okay? You gotta make sure there's somebody on premises at all times. She's a quarter medic. What does that mean? She can administer Band-Aids and Neosporin.
Oh my God. Hopefully she knows how to find a pulse.
Shadow humor with the fucking savage.
Dude, he's coming from the top rope, dude.
I can't stand without my nerves. Oh dear Lord, guys. Let's keep watching. Billy is staring straight at the camera too. He's like, the look on his face is like, you guys really believe this?
Yeah. He's probably so fed up. It's one thing to have to review this in a podcast from your own home. I think it's probably a whole other can of worms to be sitting here with the live front row seats to all of it. I wonder if at any point Billy started to reconsider his career options during this trip.
Yeah, exactly. Let's watch a little more here. So there he is, checking the pulse. Is he still breathing? Are we good?
He's got pulse. Yeah, you got pulse.
He's got a pulse. Okay.
Well, yeah, VW point, well-defined abdomen there from Wings.
How you feel? Will you just go to sleep on us? Or you pass out? Or are you going to surrender?
Dude, you just passed out.
He said, "Who are you?" I mean, come on, okay, for real, come on, what? So he passed out and has amnesia or whatever. That's what's going on. I'm supposed to believe this somehow.
He's
He
got
pissed
the
himself.
cancer. And his cancer came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, well, no doubt about that. Brain cancer. He's forgetting everything.
I keep forgetting.
And then we have one more boogie. Now this is the kind of boogie that I have come to know and love. Okay, this is very Francis coded. This is definitely scripted because this is exactly what Boogie does. I mean, this is his shtick. But let's watch Boogie have an.
Is that what I look like without my glasses?
No. That is the hello darkness, my old friend. That's that look. That's staring into the abyss, dude. He's not even smiling back. Okay, that is just straight staring into the abyss.
Dude, that's some hardcore dissociating right there.
All right, let's watch.
Boogie, this has been a long time coming.
We agreed to put it on my fingers, you dumb fucking cunt. We agreed. We agreed. I'm just gonna pick it off my face again, you dumb motherfucker. I'm just gonna pick it off my face again, you dumb motherfucker. I'm just gonna pick it off my face again.
Okay, so I do want to pause here and think about this. He says, "You're just going to make me pick it off my face again, motherfucker. You're just going to make me pick it off my face. I thought we agreed to get it on my fingers." So he's saying that instead of what it obviously is, and that tattoo was a temporary fucking tattoo that wears off in 2 weeks or whatever, he's actually saying that he legitimately got that face tattoo before, and then that said liar on it on the side of his cheek. And then he scratched and picked at it until it completely disappeared. Okay. That's what he did. We're supposed to believe that.
You know who are my favorite people in the world, Danny? Stupid narcissists.
Suckers.
They are so much fun to watch. It's like, oh, you actually think anyone's believing your bullshit. It's great, like, because it's good training. So that way, if you run into someone who maybe is a little bit better at manipulating you, a world-class gaslighter, you've seen the patterns because of idiots like Boogie who are too stupid to know that everybody else is smarter than them and they're not falling for their idiot takes. He is providing us a service. He doesn't know it, but he is. This is all very helpful to anyone. So you can never be lied to again, at least not by someone this dumb.
They need to get better fucking they should have their tripods and their cameras up like higher than they are too. I feel, because we're getting a lot of face full of like moose knuckle. Tons of moose knuckle.
Oh.
They're all in sweatpants.
Oh,
and it's just like you see little like a face just full of crotch in every shot. Ren's late to camp. Well, I'm glad you joined us, Ren. That's extra push-ups for you, buddy.
No, Shadow, you can pick tattoos off with your fingers, just like it's like a sunburn. You know, doesn't everybody know that? You can just pick them right off. Yeah. God, Boogie.
Well, yeah. Harles is exactly right here too. Yeah, if he would have got it on his hands or like on the inside of his lip or whatever, these are like notorious places where eventually, you know, they can rub off after a bunch of wear, you know, if you got it like on the inside of your palm. So he could have just went there straight up. He's like, put liar real fat on my hand or something. But, you know, that's not as good as on the face, which would have been awesome if he still had like Keemstar was saying earlier when Becky shaved her head, he was like, oh, that's badass. That's so badass that you did that or whatever. Like she committed to the bit and shaved her head, whatever. If Boogie would still have liar on the side of his cheek and he committed to that tattoo bit, I would respect him like 1,000 times more. I would think he's like, way cooler. Like then now we're talking like he's a method actor. He's really committing to the bit, but we know that that's not going to happen.
He just lets Francis take over every once in a while.
But yeah, speaking of, let's watch him do more Francis. And Billy looks like how I was talking earlier when they were in the leather seats and they start retaliating with farts against each other, you know, retaliatory farts. Billy right here looks like he just smelled a fart and he's about to fucking rip a big fat one.
Yeah, he's about to counter.
How dare you, Boogie? I smell that, bro.
I agree with Ren here. Salvo really would have turned things up a little.
You know what? Like, I could appreciate somebody like Salvo in a situation like this because I'd want to see Boogie and Wings and Billy all throw him around like they did instead of their wives. You know what I mean? I would have been much happier if that was a forward momentum of Salvo smashing his head into the table than poor Kelly there. But what can we do? You know, that ship has sailed, I think. Salvo's actually on that island waiting for them to get there on Lolcow, trying to get off. Oh, goodness. Let's watch some more.
I didn't want it there to begin with. That's why I ripped the fucking flesh on my fucking face.
Oh, yeah, of course you did.
I'm gonna rip it off again. I'm gonna rip it off again. I'm gonna rip it right the fuck off my face again. I didn't want it there the first time.
I mean, you know, aside from one of them literally falling on the ground, that was like earthquake levels of fucking vibrations there, dude. Like, he flipped that table and boom, boom, boom. Like, what the fuck? That rattled the foundation of their fucking fat camp.
Yeah, dude, they just somewhere in a lab in Nevada, a bunch of nerds in lab coats were just sprinting to what is it? The Richter? What do you call that? It's the Richter scale. But what do they call the machine that measures it? Is a rictometer? We're going to call it that. We're going to go with that. They're running to a rictometer to say, oh my God, seismic levels have increased. What is going on here?
I'm sure that's.
And then the old guy who still smokes a pipe in there, even though he's not allowed to, says, somebody didn't check their memos. They got fat camp next week. This week.
Let's see him keep going here. Boogie gets a little more animated.
Go back to sleep.
Can you get a broom and a dustpan?
The rectometer. Roller.
I mean, what?
The best part about this is that I'm sure whoever owns this building is also going to be able to watch this and use it. So good luck getting your deposit back, Keem.
No, dude. They had like either Keem knows who owns this or something, because they had to be very upfront with this prior to going there. Like, we're about to have 3,000 pounds in this bitch. So hopefully we meet the weight limit, or, you know, we don't hit the weight limit. And I'm about to have a bunch of psychos throwing, breaking, you know, all the things. They had like, yeah, if this were, you know, a regular Airbnb, there ain't no, they're paying cleaning fees on this bitch.
Wow. Apparently the owner already called Keem when they put a car in the lake.
Well, no shit.
Yeah. That would do it. You would think.
It's like, if you put a fucking car, it's going to be hard to get that bitch out. They were trying to get Wings and Boogie to like Hulk it out with a rope. And it's like, yeah, fucking right. Did the whole thing submerge? I don't know. I didn't watch that episode. Dear Lord.
Wow, man. I'm in with the earlier idea of putting these guys in fish tank. Just go ahead and do that.
I mean, this is basically that. Keemstar doing this fat camp thing, he kind of co-opted the whole fish tank. It's like, maybe not, they're not spending an entire month or whatever, you know, breathing down each other's necks, but 2 weeks of fat camp is essentially the same difference. It's like a season of fish tank, right? And we're watching the same shit, except honestly, the novel idea, props to Keemstar, is that it's not just some fuckos, like a bunch of just fucking jackass dipshits that they found on Twitter. It's like, well, I mean, not saying that these guys aren't jackass dipshits, but they're all storied lolcows. You know what I mean? Most of them have been around for a while. So I think it's a little, he did a good spin on the whole fish tank idea there.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, he being Sam Hyde is dealing with the amateur idiots, and Keem has got the guys who've gone pro.
Okay. Now, this we'll see here in a second. This is why I love their whole text to speech method here of all of their donos. Like, I love getting the commentary from the crowd and then their reaction.
You can't on my fucking corpse, motherfucker. You can't on my fucking unconscious body, motherfucker. You can do it on my fucking corpse, motherfucker. Goddamn corpse, motherfucker.
Hey, calm down.
Somebody said, Boogie, you're gonna have a heart attack.
Dude, yeah.
Huh?
I mean, that
would be good.
That is almost always a risk for Boogie at this age.
Imagine an ambulance rolling up there, dude. That'd be peak content, dude. That's actually the only place they can go. Like, from here on out, they still got like a whole week of this. Like, somebody's gonna have to get carried away on a stretcher by 8 people.
And then they'll be somehow back like the next day. They'll be like, yeah, I just needed an IV and I'm back now.
Imagine like 2 of them got in a fist fight and they like fuck each other up really bad. Like they get like a double KO, like Boogie and Wings take swings and just somehow bust each other's asses. And then they had to call the ambulance afterwards. They're like, okay, yeah, 2 people here unconscious. We really need you guys to come out now, whatever, blah, blah. And they're like, where are you at? You know, what's your address? He tells them all this. And he's like, oh, also, by the way, it's like 500 pounders. So I don't know what that means for you on your end, but you might want to bring some backup. Yeah, exactly. The casket dance to carry him out.
Now, Babs, tell me more about these poisonous snakes in the pond. See, they're missing out on a lot of good opportunities here. That's true. We have poisonous snakes in that pond, and they're not using that for content. Come on, boys.
Oh, dear.
You might want to bring a snake. You guys have any idea how much helicopter fuel costs? It's a lot. All right. They're gonna bring in the Apaches for this one, brother.
Have you ever seen that clip from a few years ago or whatever, where the helicopter is like picking up the hiker or whatever in like the middle of the mountains, and they got him on a stretcher, like dangling from the helicopter, and it's just spinning in the air. That helicopter wouldn't even be able to take off if it
starts to sway. Like they put him on the thing, and it's just like it starts to move left and right because it can't go up. Oh, jeez.
You guys need 2 helicopters for this job, okay? One on each side. Oh, geez, Louise. Somebody's like, hey, Billy, put on these St. Patrick's ears.
_Tipples super chatted $9.99. Boogie mad, but he has no balls, so nobody is worried, you baby. You pick the tattoo to make it fade. It's time to face the music.
And I'll do it again. I did one on my face, you cocksucker motherfuckers.
See what I mean, though? I love that. They're like, Boogie has no balls and no one's worried about anything he's going to do. Time to get that permanent tattoo, bitch. And he just flips. Nuclear, dude.
This dude sounds like me at my day job. You know, like as soon as I get off a call with a client and I'm like, you fucking sucker motherfucker. Ah, quit asking me stupid questions. God damn it. Ah.
Oh, goodness.
Maybe shave him another day.
So there you go, folks. Boogie's attempt at farming drama here. Okay, so
Boogie
really,
got the same cup, dude.
there you go. They really, I mean, I have to admit, Boogie and Wings, top performers. Okay, they're really, they're really doing it. I think they need trophies at the end of this fat camp. You know, like who brought the most super chats, who created the most drama. We need to do an award show after all this. You know, what up?
What
Adam?
I want a bust, Danny. We need to find the guy who made the Cristiano Ronaldo statue or the Dwayne Wade statue and have them make a Boogie and or Wings statue that sits out in front of this Airbnb that they're at forever.
It's just two fat heads with cross eyes. I love that. All right. Well, we're a little over halftime, but you know, me and Kevin will do our usual halftime thing here. Woo! Now that we're done with the Lolcow segment of the show.
A 3-hour tour. I'll be right back.
Maybe not a 3-hour tour, but we will Kevin will grab his usual exit stage right here, and I will do the halftime thing. We'll get to some, I think we'll get to the Hasan cosplay after this, and then maybe we'll call it a day. Let's see. We'll feel it out with Kevin. Okay. We'll feel it out with Kevin. But while we are here at halftime, I just want to shout out our members. Okay. I appreciate all of our members. Shouts out to Ivana Santini, Advent, Renula, V-Dub, Headbug, Andy Zucchini, Barbarella, K-Hut Cast, Hash, Kinda Cool, Greg, Kangalope, 10-month member, Rapid Danger, Kia Cat, and last but not least, Sleek the Geek. We appreciate you guys for supporting the channel and being members. But if you're just here talking in chat, watching, listening, whatever you're doing, we appreciate you, okay? Especially the chatters. You always give us something to check out. But yeah, if you're just here lurking, we love that as well. And we appreciate you for coming and checking out our Lolcow coverage, okay? Maybe we should do this more often. It seems like the people like the Lolcow. But while we're here at halftime, when Kevin gets back, I want to show him a little bit of this Kanga video, and then I'll take my break. But Kanga sent us a nice submission here. I've been seeing this going around now. Excuse the language. Sorry, I don't have the pass, but this guy's gaining 1 million followers every month now. It says 7 mil from Ashton Hall. Now, I might know this guy. But Ashton Hall here. Kevin, watch a little bit of this with me, and then I'll leave you to entertain the audience with your thoughts, okay? Ashton Hall, his 7 mil routine here. Let me turn it down a little bit so we don't get blasted out.
Oh, I think I've seen this dude before.
I don't like this, like, close, high, this mic picking up everything. I don't like it. Ugh.
At least this one isn't showing the time for everything, where it's like 6:38, 6:43, 7:28. Like, cool, bro. You get your shit done a lot faster if you didn't film yourself doing it.
This ASMR bullshit is really pissing me off.
What in the Patrick Bateman is this shit?
Okay.
Oh,
that dude, you saw it.
Oh,
You saw it.
Where are his socks, Danny?
On with no socks, okay? With no socks. Tell him, Kevin. You entertain him with your no socks commentary, and I'll be right back.
Oh my god, I about pulled a boogie. I just knocked my whole monitor down, guys. That is how insane.
I was gonna say, should I wait?
You're good. You're good. We'll fix this in post. Oh my god, gang.
Kevin,
what just happened?
Kevin is so shocked by this guy that he just his whole apartment just came crashing down.
Yeah, dude, look at this. I love a Dutch angle. This is perfect. Okay, I actually might leave it like this. I am so shocked and appalled that this man would wear those boots without any socks, dude. That is incredible. I don't know, unless it's a pair of Sperry's, you ain't catching me without my socks on, gang. This is absurd. But I don't understand what this new trend is. Is this guy like a fitness influencer or something where people are like, hey, I get up at 4 a.m., so I'm better than you. And here's a quick, it's like the scene in a movie where they do like the power up, you know, it's like a Joel Schumacher film or whatever. He's gonna have the bat suit on at the end of this. They're doing the quick cut. Just let me pull my gloves on. This is wild, dude. I will say, he looks like he's in some pretty good shape. So I think I might try spraying some cucumber water on my chest every morning. Maybe that will help me. Not even Sperry's. Okay.
Not even Sperry's. Right, exactly. I mean, I did watch this whole thing or whatever when Kanga sent me this. And that part that we just watched was definitely the most fucking unacceptable part of this whole thing. Like, yeah, okay, cucumber water or whatever, blah, de, blah. But putting your boots on and like those boots are insane to put on with no socks, dude. I mean, what the fuck?
They look like they'd be so uncomfortable with socks on. I can't even imagine. Like, they look plastic.
I'm so mad about your fucking feet right now, dog. You fucking dumb fuck. I'm so mad about your feet. Not only is it just fucking outrageous and you got blisters and you got this and you got that, but you might as well, I mean, maybe he's a rich entrepreneur, fucking, he's flexing on us and he's like, oh, I throw my boots out after everywhere. But these things are going to smell like fucking turds, okay? You got to be kidding me. That is there is nothing nastier than a motherfucker. I can remember, I have a deep-seated hatred for feet, okay? And I can remember when we were young and like we'd come back to somebody's house that they're fucking around outside or something or blah, blah, and everybody peels off their fucking shoes and socks or whatever. And the motherfucker that decided to go out and play with his fucking bare feet in his socks and he peels those shoes off. I'm like, I would get pissed at my friends. Okay. I would tell my buddies like, oh, you can just leave. Like people say, take the shoes off at the door. No, you can just leave those fuckers on, dude. Because I don't want to smell what happens when you unveil what's going on in those boots. Okay.
Oh my God, dude. The only thing I think that might smell worse than the theater room at Keem's current Airbnb would be those shoes being left indoors after spending about an hour or two outside. My goodness, dude.
We've got a live update on the barefooter. Okay, check this out.
Oh God.
Ren,
hang on. Let me make sure I'm stable over here. Okay. All right. I think we're okay.
I'm with you, Hash. Okay. I get violent. Well, there was this one time, one of the most horrific things that anyone has ever done to me. Okay. I'll never forget. I know which motherfucker did it. Okay. And I know I've seen him on Facebook now too. And his life ain't going so good. And that's what happens when you do sick ass shit like I'm about to tell you. Okay. That's what the fuck happens. Okay. You're fucking this is what happens when you torment somebody like this. One of my buddies, okay, we like get home from lifting or whatever that day. And again, we would like go to somebody's house and like, do our thing or whatever. And like, hang out. No, I didn't do that in high school. I'm lying. But we would go to somebody's house like after lifting or whatever and hang out. And one of my motherfucking friends peels off his nasty socks. I'm laying like on the floor or something, like with my like laying back, looking up at a TV or something. And I get smacked on my forehead with the sweatiest. Like it was wet. I felt the wet. And my body just gets me with it. And I'm like, you gotta be absolutely fucking kidding me. And I cursed him that day. And I feel like that's why his life is so shitty now. Okay. I cursed him with, now he has like 4 children and, he's working like 3 jobs.
Dude, you King Cobra'd him. You did it.
Anyways, here's Ren. Ren says this is the funniest one. So let's check this out. Okay. Uh-oh, sorry. Ren, I leaked our DMs.
There is no real Patrick Bateman, only an abstraction, something illusory.
I mean, this is like, what the fuck is this? And Jason Voorhees shit? What's going on
Yeah.
here?
You may feel his hand in yours and watch his gaze, but he is simply not there, Danny.
Okay. We've got the wife here too. I like this. I can't stand this fucking shit, dude.
Very
This
bad.
ASMR shit is driving me insane.
Especially when you're that bad at cutting things, you know? Like, if you're going to try to impress me, at least, like, you know, where's the wrist action in this cut? You know, Danny, you probably better than me. I think you're probably even better at some of this food prep stuff than I would be. But my God, you think back in our day, would I be letting this girl work in the morning shift if she's trying to prep the food? Like, that's how slow you're doing this? Come on, man. Let's go. I thought I was supposed to be impressed by this.
I gotta halt the show and this clip for a second because I've got shit at it. Lifting. Okay. Lifting Pokemon cards. Okay. Look. I'm gonna fucking Hasan you.
I pulled his
Look at these.
Zapdos. Okay.
Look at this, dude. I got a little. Okay, we lift. We lift here, bitches.
You think those EVs evolve on their own? No. Okay.
Yeah,
You have a lot of train. You have to train.
How do you think I get that curve on that Pokeball throw, bitch?
We Pokemon
Okay, I'm
go
out
to the
here
gym.
working. I'm Pokemon going to the gym every day, motherfuckers. That's how we get swole in this bitch. Pokemon cards, you motherfuckers.
Oh, our gain is too high. Uh-oh, is that me?
Uh-oh.
I did hard reset my whole setup here, as you guys saw.
Who tells you your gain's too high? Are you sure they're not talking about your gain is so high?
Your gains, maybe? Huh?
I was gonna say he might be talking about something else.
Lifting
Their
the
gain
dog.
is so high in their video. That's why we hear everything they're doing. Okay, let me pull it. Now that I talked my shit, let me pull this back up.
Eating ASMR might as well be waterboarding.
And I'm also with Harles here. Okay, leave Pokemon Go out of this shit. Okay, yeah. Who said anything about Pokemon? Okay, lifting Pokemon card. Ren, I'm gonna get you, mother. We'll see what happens to you, Ren. Okay, might have to pull a couple strings, but you should look out. Okay. If you've got any friends in high places, now's the time to talk to them. Okay, I'm coming for you. All right, let's watch the rest of his clip.
Oh, this is all from to just put his face in it, isn't it? Oh, okay. Yep.
What the fuck? Is
Why?
that a thing?
Why do you need fruit in the water for your face?
You're out, Ren, okay? Pack it up. We're shipping you back to where you came, okay, Ren? All right, let's keep going. I didn't know the ice bath was a thing. The fruity ice bath. Like, is there something to be said about how the alpha male switch has went from like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the vibe used to be for an alpha male, like lock my lady up in the basement and let her out to make me some money on OnlyFans or whatever for a little bit and slap her around while I'm doing it after she makes me a sandwich. Now this alpha male thing is like, I'm getting my nails done and putting my face in fruit water in the morning, spraying myself with coconut water.
Yeah, it's part of that. You didn't understand they were the villain starter pack. You know, there's Patrick Bateman, Rick from Rick and Morty, Walter White, Heisenberg. It's like, oh, if you idolize these guys, you're missing the whole point.
Yeah, exactly.
But what do I expect from a couple who is apparently using a department store scanner to iron their shirt? I mean, what the hell?
She's checking prices real quick.
It's not metrosexual rent. It's a European cut, right? I think it's these aren't women's clothes. It's a European cut.
Yeah, when I was in high school, that is what they called it. Like the emo boys that would sing in the bands I'd listen to or whatever. They're like, oh, they're not gay. They're metro. Okay.
What a hillbilly thing to say. Like, yeah, them city sexuals. It's basically, you know.
Right. Right. I'm so hillbilly coded. Yeah, I used to know
What a
that.
word.
Those metro freaks. All right, let's keep going.
No, it isn't European. Get fucked.
Is this Lil Nas after he hit the gym a couple times? He kind of looks like him.
I mean, it's cool to be jacked, but I feel like if I can see every muscle in your shirt, that you're still just wearing too small of shirts. Why aren't you wearing socks?
It is. I was right, Kevin. I was right. God damn it. They're literally fucking saying, they're telling us that they're opening up a new pair of fucking boots and putting them on with bare feet. And then they're throwing them away afterwards. You know why? Because it stinks like shit. Okay?
That's
Lil
good.
Nas flex.
That's fucking good. That is gold.
Yeah, after he gets swole in the gym. After he lifts like me, motherfuckers.
Metro booming.
Oh, dear Lord. But yeah, here. Opening up the new shoes so that I can barefoot them. Dude, that is criminal. Go to jail. Bruh, what? Can I roll?
What is that?
There's a light under the door that says Lamborghini on it?
In case you need to be reminded of the car that you bought when you get in and out of it. Like, who's that for?
Do they replace this light at Valvoline quick oil change when you go in?
Yeah.
They're like look at the ones under the doors, too.
Oh, here's your air filter. And we also noticed that your Lamborghini light was out. That'll be $75.
Exactly.
He's just checking the mail. He's doing all this. Yeah, just to drive to the end of his driveway and get the mail.
You gotta be kidding me. No, okay. He's going out to eat. Okay.
He dressed up like that to eat by himself?
He's just recording himself eating dinner. Like, what is this alpha male flex? It's like, you know, you want to see a real alpha male, okay? Let Wings record himself when he's eating dinner, and we'll see how much. Let's see if you can stand on that.
Dude, that's something out of a Lovecraft novel. I don't think you want to watch that.
You think you're a man? You haven't seen shit yet, okay? Wait until you see Boogie go through an 8-course meal. You'll see a real man. He took himself on a date. Now the cameraman or woman, okay? Usually with the metrosexuals, it's cameraman, but you could be a woman, okay?
That's true. That's true.
This shit literally has me crying. Like, what the fuck is this? Okay. Oh, no, I'm good on dessert.
No, I ordered the dessert, but I'll pass.
Yeah, what is that? They don't just do that.
Here's this food you didn't order that we would just make for free in hopes that you would, yeah, that's how businesses work. And also, why are you putting garnish on top of an ice cream?
Is that what it is? It looks like cottage cheese to me or something. I figured this was like pre-workout for him.
Unless that's mint chocolate chip, in which case just go brush your teeth, you sicko.
Okay. What the fuck, Kevin? Watch it with the mint chocolate chip ice cream slander, okay? I will fight. I'm going to have a boogie moment, okay?
I like it green,
God
okay?
Damn it.
I love minty ice cream. It's my favorite. This guy, it looks like he just got a scoop of vanilla with a little mint leaf put in it. It's fancy yogurt with a bay leaf.
What the fuck? Chocolate chip is my fave. That's right, Mel. I'm with
It's a
you.
valid
there.
ice cream.
It is valid. Okay, we are all Harles, Mel, we're all valid here. Okay, our feelings matter.
Oh man, I feel like that
It's so
dude.
bad.
That dude who's standing up, in the room where everybody else is mad. I'm like, this is the hill I will die on, guys.
All right.
Mike Sorbet.
Last but not least, Kevin, we might spill a little over 2. Are you okay with that?
Oh, I got it, dude. I'm here for it.
Okay, we got to take a second to laugh at Hasan here, just a little bit. Okay, we got to poke the bear, as they say, the communist bear here. Let's do it. Commies, I mean, that's what that made sense, right? That was a funny one. Like, in Russia, they have bears, right?
Mm-hmm, I think.
Okay.
I think they use them instead of tanks now.
Right. Okay, so Left Tucky News here says our favorite leftist. Sometimes Left Tucky News is editorializing here is a little bit much for me. Okay, I don't know what's up with him sometimes, but he says our favorite leftist this side of Kentucky, Hasan Piker, works it out in these new merch photos with like a sweaty emoji afterwards. I don't know what I think about that, but so here's the first one. I think this is the tamest one. Okay. Personal reality. It looks like there's like a devil on the throne here, and the skeletons are bowing down. Your daily dose of deception, Kevin. Okay, you liking the Hasan merch so far?
Well, I find that tagline to be very fitting. Your daily dose of deception, which you can obtain just by sitting and watching this idiot in his bedroom for 8 straight hours a day.
V-Dub says, now this is metrosexual. All right, we accept all kinds here, okay, V-Dub. It's fine. We let Hasan find himself, okay? We let him find himself here. If we go next here, photo shoot part 2, giving Angel from Buffy vibes with a queasy face. So this is making the Left Tucky's getting so hot and bothered here that they're getting sick.
You have my axe and my bow. And you're such a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. I can't wait to see this new Lord of the Rings remake.
If anybody knows what I'm talking, I mean, what Left Tucky's talking about here, though, Angel from Buffy vibes. I mean, this really is it. He's got the fucking 2-handed sword or whatever. Oh yeah.
I was getting a little bit Boromir vibe. Like, all right, this guy could be cool, but also I don't trust him. I think he's a little snake.
Oh, this is 100% sex appeal. I have to admit, dude. Oh my god, you guys just want to see me show up to a show like this, flexing my muscles in a suit jacket with a sword. You wish that we showed up to the show like this. Okay, imagine we came out every week firing on all cylinders just like this.
Sword is giving me Andrew Tate vibes. Yeah, back in my day, you would have to be LARPing to carry a sword around. And that was a lot of fun to watch, Danny. They'd be out there in the practice fields hitting each other with stuffed and padded swords. And they're like, oh, you cut my arm off. I got to fight one-handed now. It looked like a lot of fun, to be honest.
I mean, this is a sort of LARPing, right? I feel it.
Oh, Hasan's LARPing every day of his life. Absolutely.
That says guns, dogs, and swords. Are we sure Hasan is such a bad guy? Okay. So we've got him here with the, I don't know. You know what kind of gun that is, Kevin? You got to read on that.
That looks like, what was that, an M16? Maybe that's an M4? Probably an M4. I don't know. I only know the guns that I can unlock on Call of Duty.
I only know these guns, baby. Okay, ooh. I got names for them, but you won't know until they hit you. Right?
That's right. Goddamn, new Fortnite skin.
Here he is, locked and loaded. Here, okay. I like this. Now I had to admit, out of all the posts here, this might be my favorite. Okay, I like that he got the dog to come out and pose. Okay, can you buy the the lay or whatever. Can you buy that on your merch shop? I'll buy that for my dog.
Dude, yeah, the tribal chief. Look at that. We know who the boss is in this situation. Of course, it's a dog. That looks like a good dog, dude.
That is a beautiful dog he's got there, I have to admit.
I mean, I'm just guessing here, but I feel like that's a good boy right there.
I'd like to pet that one. But not this one, okay? I don't want to get anywhere near this one.
This is like, Danny, we went to high school with kids like this. This is the equivalent of the dude in the $8 chain wearing the wife beater, and he's holding like a gun that he got from his cousin in his bedroom. But he does all that to look cool, but can't bother to pick up the dirty laundry off his floor for the photo he's posing in. Like these are the vibes I'm getting.
Yeah, I did a short like this one time where I played some intense music and like unsheathed my sword and tried to be like an alpha male badass. Okay, I know this joke. He says I'm just like the edgelords online. Okay, it's a joke. He's making a joke, Kevin. Okay. Sorry that you can't pick up on the high level comedy here, but this is called jokes, Kevin. Okay, it's jokes.
Well, I mean, what do you expect from me, Danny? Most of my jokes were outdated 2 decades ago, so how am I supposed to keep up with this?
And then last but not least, he has he spreads the love. Okay, he even lets the women model for him on the shop. Okay, he's got women's tees too with his little Kaya, little dog there. It says chaos. Mostly in these pictures, I'm realizing what in the hell kind of tattoo is going on here. Okay, he picked like the exact right model, one that had tattoos in the region of the shirt that he was selling.
So, and I could be wrong here.
Okay.
Danny, but I will just say that I have absolutely seen tattoos photoshopped onto models in situations like this. And when I look at her right arm and I look at her right hand by her pants, I kind of feel like these could just be photoshopped tattoos on her. But
do you think
maybe she's also
Hasan,
a Jack Skeleton fan, right? She kind of like that abdomen tattoo reminds me
of Sally. Yeah, Sally. It is a little Sally stitching. She should get it all over, like across. That would be a badass. We're talking about you need to get a face tattoo. You get you get like the stitching across your face. That would be pretty sweet. Really commit to the Sally bit. But I feel what you're saying though. Now that you pointed it out, it's like definitely the tattoo on the wrist that's not covered by bracelets looks fake, just like straight out. That one over there. I mean, it could be real, it probably is. I doubt they fake the tattoos. That'd be quite the effort there. But definitely looks fake. Kanga's over the crop tops, okay? Get your come on, Hasan. Seriously?
Me too. Nobody wants to see me in one of those. Good God.
So let's pull up some of the reaction here, okay? That was just him modeling the clothes from his website, okay? So we just did him an ad read inadvertently right there. But here are here's what the internet had to say. Yeet says the H3 subreddit were memeing hard on Hasan's latest merch drop. Same energy. When you were getting married and started a family, I mastered the socialist grift. Let's look at some of these. That looks like that dude. I don't know, shouts out to anybody that knows this in the audience, but this looks like that Oracle dude from Twitter or whatever. The commentary dude, the Oracle. That looks like him with his fucking double-handed sword right there.
Dude, looks like he's about to go to battle with John Constantine.
Yeah, okay. This is a little Braveheart, dude. A little brave fart, more like.
Ooh,
you like that?
You're just mad you took the blue pill, Danny.
Let's see what this says. It says, for the Hasan one, when you were partying, I studied dialectical materialism. When you were getting married and starting a family, I mastered the socialist grift. While you wasted your days goofing and gaffing, I cultivated an audience of leftist slacktivists who pay for my Porsche. I always wanted a Porsche. I always wanted a Porsche, and then like Californication style, like break out one of the headlights. Okay, that's what I always wanted to do. And now that the world is on fire and Trump is in office, you have the audacity to question my going to Gaza. I mean, that's
Dude, I love this dude on the left too. Like,
funny.
I don't know if it's just if it's got to do with sword fighting or a different activity, but that young man on the left seems to have a lot more muscle definition in his right arm, and his left arm looks like it's like, you ever seen when a plant just gives up on a leaf and they're like, yeah, we're not sending any more nutrients that way, and it just starts to like shrivel up. So something tells me that our boy in the brown polo may be, a trigger warning, gang, a chronic masturbator, because
it's the case of the Rick and the Morty arm or whatever. He's got one strong arm.
Yeah, that guy does a lot of right-handed curls, it looks like.
As we keep going here,
I gotta water my plants. Yeah, you're welcome.
There's a couple different ones. I like this. Okay, really channeling that incel energy here. I like that. Another one. Oh, that's classic. That's classic. This is the one where they're like dancing out in that parking garage, right? Where they're like doing the weird dance in the parking garage, and you got this guy in the background with the samurai.
Dude, this reminds me of Letterkenny. You know, Stewart and the D-Gens dancing in front of the Wawa or whatever the Canadian equivalent is to that. Yeah, this guy.
Right.
Dude, nothing says badass like a chain wallet.
Oh man.
Dude, that's someone's senior picture.
Love that.
Like, Mom, I said I wasn't going to take these senior pictures unless you let me do one with the fedora and the assault rifle, okay?
To bring it home to the Pokemon thing that Ren was referencing, the same guy that I would come home from the gym lifting with or whatever, his senior pictures were Pokemon themed. So you might have been right about the lifting the cards thing.
This is a wild shirt. Is this a real shirt he's selling? No more presidents with the guillotine.
Oh, wow. Wow. Hey, based and red pilled.
Wow. Wow. Hasan, tell us about how the rest of that French Revolution worked out, will you? What happened
Based,
after
Kevin.
that?
Based.
Hasan Robespierre. There we go. He's gonna be our new king, gang. That's what it's gonna be.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite things unfolding from this whole situation. So they got recently, I guess this is unrelated Hasan drama, but recently he got the chance to talk to AOC and Bernie, which is pretty cool, even though they like ghosted him under a minute. Like, seriously, he like asked them one question and then AOC was like, all right, I gotta go. See ya. So poor Hasan.
As anyone who takes their political career seriously would do. I mean, it was
low blow.
Quite a risk they took going onto that idiot stream in the first place.
I mean, I wish they could have had a good stream. I would have liked to hear AOC and Bernie say some cool things, but oh well.
Yeah, well, Hasan's gonna ask them what their favorite anime is, dude. He's not gonna. that is not the platform for anybody.
Do you think Bernie knows what anime is?
I am once again asking you to explain the plot of Death Note. How come there are all suddenly just extra? How many Death Notes can there be in the human realm at the same time? And when will the oligarchs take the Death Note?
The Death Note takes 1% of the 10% of the 59% and gets rid of the top elite, okay? But anyways, so this is separate Hasan drama, but he got to interview AOC and Bernie. You can see kind of a screenshot here of the situation. And this Valentina V makes a point here. She says, politics aside, I'm confounded by the lighting and framing here. Now, Kevin would know as well as I would, being, we've done film productions over the year. I used to want to do this thing professionally back in the day, and the limited knowledge that I have, okay, I know better than to film directly into the sun. But this is like literally the 8th time I've seen Hasan do this. When we were watching Hasan bitch about Ethan Klein right after the Ethan Klein nuke drama or whatever, and he was in Japan, he was filming in front of a giant fucking window and the sun was rising behind him. It's like the absolute just worst way that you're supposed to line up your shots there. But Kevin, what do you think?
It's almost like this guy is lazy and doesn't apply any actual effort into his craft, as if at one point he just realized, oh shit, I can sit in the same room and people will pay me to eat food in front of them while I just let other people's edited videos play in the background. And Danny, it's almost as if that becomes some sort of fulfilling prophecy where he's not ever going to be any good at the thing he is popular for. Because he doesn't need to give a shit. Because why would he? These idiots are going to watch him anyway. He's just got to go out there and say, America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it. That's all he's just got to do. He's just got to say one dumb thing every 3 months to spike his viewers. And so why would he care about the fucking lighting? No wonder Bernie Sanders has been alive for 250 years. You think he doesn't know how to set up a fucking camera?
He's like, I'm out of here. This is in a very professional setting. I can't sit here any longer.
AOC sitting there like, I wouldn't let this fucker be a bar back at my old job, okay?
You stop it, Kevin. You stop it, okay?
That's a heroic, hey, that's a great story, okay?
But she says,
from bartender to president, who'd have thought?
Politics aside, I'm confounded by the lighting and framing here. Blown out sky, dark foreground, red skin tones, stand in the shot but not being used. I encounter this a lot with online creators who value substance but neglect visuals. Please, I'd love to help. So she's actually being nice and extending her knowledge here to them. But the funny thing about all this, Kevin, and Kevin just had his whole tirade being like, Hasan doesn't care about the fucking lighting. He don't give a fuck. He'll film his empty mic. And I could agree with some of that. But Hasan actually has a producer like we do, Kevin. Just like executive producer Poland Spring, he actually has a producer. And he did not appreciate what this bitch had to say about his shit. Well, I think she's a nice lady with a good point. I was framing that from his point of view. This bitch said this about me. Because I think she is exactly right. Okay. I love her attention to cinematography and detail there.
Yeah. Anyone who gives a shit about, God forbid you take pride in your work. I didn't get home until 2 a.m. last night. You know why? Because I was helping to put away all of those cables that we had to tuck and make sure people didn't step all over or trip on. God forbid you treat yourself like a professional, because it doesn't matter. Once you have enough eyes on you, Danny, wouldn't you know it, you should actually try less hard because of the pressure. All right. You can't take the pressure of live streaming. If the 50,000 people just make it to where, oh, well, I can't set up a fucking ring light. I got important shit to do.
Sleek's telling me in chat I should look at the clip. He might be talking about, he sent me this clip in the DMs that I haven't got a chance to really dive into yet, but I don't know. Glancing at it and reading what he said, it was something about Keffel's drama and some weirdo. I don't know, but Sleek might have opened a can of disgusting worms in my DMs. We'll have to look at that. We'll have to look at that later. But Marsh says here, okay, Hasan's producer. Also, Kevin, as far as I know, the same guy that was filming when those ladies were getting harassed at the amusement park by the stalker that wanted to end them or whatever. So this is this guy.
He just keeps winning, this guy.
He says, I love this word too, this Twitter phrase, production Andes. if you're a Twitch, if you're a Twitch streamer, you're an Andy, you're a left wing Andy, or you're a right wing Andy, or because this lady cares about the way the shot looks, she's a production Andy. Production Andys that wouldn't last a second under the crushing pressure of in real life streaming, broadcasting every moment to 50K people, but not always 50K people. Okay. Like half of that. Seriously, you're very glazing with this one, but 50K people that have the attention span of a goldfish, where every second of dead air equals hemorrhaging viewerships.
If that were true, Hasan would have no subscribers. He literally
these are not those people.
lets videos play while he goes and takes a shit. What are you talking about, moron?
Well, he always goes on too. I have to admit, sorry, Marsh, but Hasan always goes on about how he doesn't have Zoomer low attention span viewers. His viewers are older, 30-year-old, high 20s and mature and everything. That's what he says himself always goes on about. So your idea of this attention span of a goal, I mean, like I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what he says. So I'm saying, like, according to his boss, the attention span of a goldfish thing doesn't even really apply here. And I think Kevin said it best. Like he lets videos just play while his mic is sitting there. Like they can't have attention span of a goldfish or he wouldn't have any viewers. Like, I think this is just completely wrong what Marsh is saying here, but he continues, can keep spending 30 minutes hiding a cable. No one fucking cares. So I love this, that he says, not only do I disagree with the whole premise here, but he says that every one of Hasan's viewers is a fucking mouth drooling idiot that has the attention span of a goldfish. And if we don't show flashing lights and bright things and yell loud noises, that they'll just tune out, and that none of them actually give a shit about what Hasan's saying or doing on their stream. Like, all of this is just, I don't know, it's funny to me. It's definitely funny. That's a good word for it. Not caring enough. Pull that up again. Kanga says, not caring enough about production and cinematography is how you get the Starbucks coffee cup in the last season of Game of Thrones. Exactly. Like, I'm not expecting, let's be real, I'm not expecting Hasan to have he's like, he must have flew here or whatever to Vegas or wherever they were. And like, he's setting up his shot in an unfamiliar place or whatever, yada, yada. Like, you can give him a little leeway. It is him showing up to a place, doing it unfamiliar, blah, blah, blah. But there are just basic things like Kevin and I have already talked about that you can pay attention to when you're setting up. I mean, he could have just had the camera on the other side of them. Like, literally just took the camera around and pointed it in the other direction and changed their chairs around.
Yeah, it's almost like you should face the light, right? Should I put my ring light behind me? I also just want to interject, Danny, to that, because as well, Hasan has all of this money, but he can't afford to bring a $40 ring light with him to this stream, or just buy one there. It's crazy. I know folks out there that don't make any money off of the stuff that they make, that put more attention to detail and effort. And I think that's where, there is some laughability to this, but this really boils my blood, because there are people out there who care about this shit, who put their heart and soul into making productions run well. And I get to work with those people all the time. And this guy is essentially saying that they are useless. They are worthless. And as V-Dub said, that's all fair and good until somebody trips over one of your cords, you dumb fuck, and you get sued because you weren't paying attention. Idiots.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Bro, god damn, man.
But there must be, how it always is, like when you see somebody get really triggered by something, or they're like so compelled, like Marsh here was so compelled to make a post, quote tweeting this lady that relatively was being nice to them anyway. She's like, I'll give you guys pointers if you want. That's what she said. So literally she's talking to Marsh, the guy that just had the complete and total meltdown. She's literally telling him like, hey, look, I would like to give you pointers. Okay. Clearly you don't know what you're doing. Clearly she's just saying, hey, here's my advice, you fuckhole. And then he has to that dude has to completely melt down and say, production Andes, they wouldn't last a second under my soul crushing job here. You know, it is so hard and blah, blah, blah. This is also one of those like, you work a 40-hour job. Well, I'm Hasan's executive producer, and you want to talk about grueling hours and hard work. It feels to me like that too. It's like, dude, she's just giving you advice, and you're so privileged and like high on your own fucking farts that you can't absorb any advice. And you're like, yeah, you try doing what I'm doing, bitch. You couldn't do this.
Dude,
Like,
people do it every single day, and they do it
loser
better
energy.
than this guy every single day. Have you never watched a sporting event? Have you ever watched a concert? All of that shit useless now, apparently, to this idiot. And again, what we're talking about was so simple. It was as simple as turning 3 chairs around and moving your camera stand.
Right.
And maybe 180 degrees, Marsh, just in case. You'll probably need to look that up to know what that means. But you know, just spin it around.
He's not familiar with all this mumbo jumbo film lingo or whatever, you know, all that stuff she said about cinematography and say, I don't know. Okay. You try knowing about cinematography and doing my job. Okay. Seriously.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, as if there aren't people all over the world getting more live viewers than Hasan. How about everybody who works for fucking cable television, right? Like, there's every single day. Like, if you had 50,000 viewers on cable, your shit's getting canceled, dude. Like, you're not getting renewed for another season. So I get it. For your little pond, you are a massively huge fish.
It's
But
just
that
not
doesn't mean
true
you can't
though
be
either.
better.
He's 20K below that on average. Hasan hits 30s most of the time. Now, maybe for this one, when he's interviewing AOC and Bernie, I mean, that's pretty important. I could see how that could boost his numbers or whatever. Maybe they hit 50, but he also says in the tweet that 50K viewers regularly or whatever. And it's like, you have regularly 20K less than that. But what does that have anything to do with how hard or not your work is?
Yeah,
like
and that's
the
a great
amount of
point.
people watching has no effect on the whole thing either. So I don't know. It's just all cope and bullshit. I feel like from Hasan's producer.
Hey, I'm just saying his lighting was correct when he interviewed the terrorist, but apparently when he's got 2 politicians live and in person, he can't be bothered to make it look like he gives a shit that those people are there.
Right. But you got to think that there's a fat check coming from one of those groups, and there's no money coming from the other one. Okay. The Dems don't have the money to pay him for that propaganda, but I have a feeling some of these other guys do have money to pay him for some propaganda.
Didn't you used to be orange? See, damn it. You got me there.
And again, I want to state that like it's not easy work either. Like, he bitches about it being hard or whatever. It's not easy work either. Like, it takes a person with the right brain to construct a scene, to remember, you know, where the position of the sun is, where your lights are, how everything looks, making sure there's no cords or Starbucks cups. Like, it does take a mind that's set to that, to do that, which that lady had. And she tried to give that information to Marsh, and he said, fuck you, you production Andy bitch. This is what Hasan said to her. Okay. A little bit better than what Marsh had to say there. He says, totally valid, but this is an in real life stream
I hate that
with
term.
Sony FX cam strapped to a roaming backpack. We jerry rig everything in real time.
Whoa,
It's a
hello.
single. Oh, sorry about that.
I thought we were progressive here, Hank.
We got to stop the oven dodgers too, right?
Very racist.
It's a single cam setup where mobility trumps everything else. We just used PBS lights and didn't want to set it up in a boring room inside.
Oh, it's great. So you picked a boring place outside where nobody can see anyone's face. Sure.
Well, they're still inside. Like, they are inside. You can see it in the framing of the shot. They're inside. Like, they are inside and the shot looks outside. But like,
right. Mobility for the sit down stream.
I don't know.
All of these excuses would have been
It's
valid
both.
if you'd talked to these two on a sidewalk out in front of a storefront, but also IRL streaming. So you're sitting, you're fucking sitting down at a location. When I think IRL streaming, first of all, I think what the hell and why? You know, who did this to us and why are you here? But no, I think of somebody like Ice Poseidon walking around with his fucking, hey, I've got him on Twitch right now. It's like, yeah, you're sitting down. You had time. You had time to do. I mean, I haven't watched the whole clip, as you know. I love to watch Hasan, but I missed this one somehow. So the whole thing is a bunch of cope and bullshit. And this is coming from a guy who knocked his own monitor down an hour ago. All right.
Yeah, Kevin, you want to talk about production? Okay, I've got a lot of notes here. Okay, what you got going on here? You got this going on. This one's not in frame right. I can see a wire hanging. You've piece of shit.
Did you not think I was a hypocrite? Is that? I mean, come on. What are we doing here? I was orange for a reason, guys. I was orange for the whole season.
We did that on purpose. Okay. Don't tell me about my lighting, okay? Production Andy. What are you, Sleek? A production Andy? Come on. What the fuck?
Oh, these comment Andys out here. Just leaving comments.
Let's check out all the comment Andys in our comments before we get out of here, okay? It's been a nice stream. Thank you guys all for being here.
Oh, that's right. And that hairy dude sent a dirty Snapchat. Remember that was on the thumbnail. So look into that. Take a look.
Harry Siston sent some dirty messages. I mean, maybe this is a story I'll bring back up next show. Maybe we'll talk about this next show because it's like, I'm sure he's only going to get drugged more from now until then. Like people are going to shit on him even more until next show. So maybe I'll bring it up next show and we'll bitch about some more of the Harry Sisson things. You know, when this kind of thing happens to somebody, like he's getting canceled by a bunch of women, 11 women are coming out to cancel him. When this kind of shit happens, it's usually like a domino effect. So although I'll admit that the 11 people that have come out with accusations so far, it's kind of a wet fart. It's just like nothing burger. But now that people have showed their interest in like coming out against him, and like there's 11 women that have said like, fuck this guy. That might encourage somebody that maybe he did do something a little naughty somewhere along the lines, you know, somewhere along the way. So if he did ever, this is usually the time when that stuff gets revealed. So maybe by next week, we'll have even more drama with Harry Sisson to unpack. Maybe.
Yeah, you could have those. Well, hey, wait a minute. That happened to me.
So sorry to all my cis heads out there. All
Man,
my cis heads.
What a whew. Yeah, that's quite a fandom name right there. Boy, I will say
you wouldn't
though,
be able to post that on Twitter. You'd get your limited tweet if you said cis heads.
what kind of game the guy had too? What was the comment that, because I only put half of it, I think.
Here, I'll pull it up
on the thumbnail, but it was something like a trigger
I'll pull
warning.
it up just so they can see it.
Hang on, trigger warning. He says, you know, we'll let the reveal happen, so that way I don't have to paraphrase. But
That's some dirty Snapchat messages.
It was very Adam Levine in its delivery of oh fuck, you're so fucking hot.
It is.
That is charisma right there.
It is.
And
that's basically all it is too. Like what Kevin's talking about, it's like he's just like cringe. It's just like awkward cringe, right? Like this is something that I feel like normal 20-something would send to a lady trying to woo her or whatever. I don't want to get too far into this. This is a whole fucking can of worms, but you can see it says, damn, you're sexy, Harry says. She says, don't stop, winky face, or stop, and then don't in parentheses. I like that.
Oh, dude, that's how The Last Duel got started. You better be careful with stuff like that. You ever see that movie?
That's a false start.
That's oof. I ain't gonna hold up in court when you do stuff like that.
But then he says, I'd fuck you raw after a wine tasting, but that's just me.
But that's just me. What a line. after a wine tasting. I love that too. Where he's like, I'd have to be a little sauced up, but
who has ever said that in a pickup line? Like, 3 Bud Lights and I definitely tap that ass, bitch. I do love that. That's some good
couple
shit.
of spritzers and I'm in.
You get enough White Claws in me and I'll even bang Wings' wife, okay? Kelly's looking damn good tonight. That's me doing a Keemstar, okay? That's not my thoughts. Just want to be clear. Oh, dear Lord. All right. So comments. Let's see. Hash was first. Nice to see you, Hash. We've got Mel in the chat. Nice to see you today, Mel. Shouts out to Mel. Been sending me some previews for our next art. And by God, you guys are going to love it. Okay. Can't wait to show you. Can't wait to show you. Shouts out Mel Seeley. Okay. Mel.Seeley on Instagram. I believe. Check her out. Commissioner, if you've got some art that you want. Maybe you want to get a couple pictures of the eggs to frame in your house. And you're like, Mel knows how to draw those guys. Let's just get her to do one from memory and she can, and I'll hang it up in my house. Okay. Framed and all. I'm sure somebody will do that.
Somebody is actually able to make us look good. So we are forever indebted to you.
That's
Mel.
right. That's right. And that was a salute, not an Elon salute.
Careful. Danny's heart goes out to you.
Just want to be clear there. Okay. So nice to see you, Hash. Nice to see you, Mel. We've got Tarar getting ready for work, doing the Lord's work. We appreciate her. I didn't know that Tarar became a nun in some time in the show here. I didn't know about that.
To be fair, she didn't say what Lord.
That's true. What else? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For Sauron. That's why Hasan sent us those threatening pictures.
That's right. V-Dub's here. Thanks for watching, V-Dub. Nice to see you. I loved this. Sir Horny Ass, Harry Sisson. That's real. At least according to V-Dub. I haven't worked out the anagram there. So you got to take his word for it. Okay. His word, not mine.
It's very occult knowledge of you, V-Dub.
V-Dub is actually he's a constant observer of the lefties. He loves to watch and comment on what the left wing of the United States is doing. He loves to critique there.
Those goddamn occult Andes turning everything into ambigrams.
That's right. Headbug was here. Nice to see you, Headbug. Babs, of course. Love to see you. As we keep going here, who else did I miss? Shadow Humor. He says, bro, 17 and 20 are 2 different things. That's right, Shadow. Thank you. Okay.
We finally have a new lawyer now that Nick Rachita's out of
Shadow Humor, our lawyer for the show. Okay, so the roster is growing. We've got 2 artists in the chat. Our lawyer, executive producer missed today, but I'm sure we'll be hearing it from her at some point.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that strongly worded email.
Kanga was here. Nice to see you, Kanga. Appreciate you for the Chad workout video or whatever that was. My morning waking up as an alpha male.
Yeah, I ordered an extra pack of socks while we were here just in case. So that never happened to me.
I shipped them some Bombas socks for their next video. I can't stand to watch that shit. Imagine if they would have ASMR'd the shoes slipping into the leather boots or whatever. And you could like hear the squeak as he's pulling it over his fucking heel. Ew. Gross. Harles was here.
Hello.
She wants us to bring back out the pedo mask, the lion mask. Might have to do that.
So it's horrifying. It's very scary.
Let's keep going. Who else was here? I know Sleek was here. I know Advent was here. We appreciate y'all for watching.
That's right. Ren's house
as usual. renshouse.com, people. Thank you, Ren, for being here. Appreciate you. We love your art as usual. Tarar with your art on her picture. What a champ.
Prolific chat today, gang. Let's go
Yeah.
ahead and go to the beginning. My God.
I don't think we missed anyone, but if we did, we love you too. Okay. We appreciate every single one of you guys stopping in, saying hey, giving us a minute of your time on this lovely Sunday. So, yeah, if we missed you, we appreciate you too. We're sorry. Next time, I'll get you double. We'll shut you out twice. How about that? But until next time, we'll have to see you all later. Okay. You've been a great audience. We've had great subject matter today. So it's been a great episode overall. Kevin, do you have any shouts outs? Do you have any things you'd like them to watch? Do you have any parting words, my non-metrosexual friend?
Ooh, so for the fellow alpha males out there, we just had a wonderful pay-per-view over Carnage Fight Series 1. I can't wait to show everybody the clips. It was a wild night. We had all of our cords tucked and assembled in a professional way.
Wow.
So be sure to keep an eye out for that. But it really was a wild card. Almost every fight had a finish. There were multiple knockouts, multiple
Hell yeah, brother.
Just everything you would hope for from a card. So we're looking forward to sharing that with you guys. And also, later today, I will be posting our Dweeb Daredevil Born Again episode 4 video. We're going to have a little conversation about episode 4, as well as some behind the scenes stuff involving the Punisher and how that whole situation came to pass. We'll talk a little bit about the behind the scenes, some changes that were made from the original Daredevil Born Again and what we've got now. And there it is, Sir Horny ass. These occult Andes out here finding the hidden messages and everything.
It's all connected, Kevin. It's all fucking connected. So yeah, go check out all of Kevin's stuff. Kevin, I'd like you to in our time off here, I'd like you to reach out to Hasan's producer Marsh and just maybe like be nice and give him a few pointers. You know, the man really needs some guidance here from a professional that's not just going to be a production Andy. Okay.
And he'll have to settle for me, I guess. That's fine.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch you next time. Check out Dweeb, check out Bite Size, check out Carnage, check out me on Clout Route as per usual. Check out Kevin here as well. We will see you next time. Peace.